Yo, what's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, 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 very fantastic night. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. All right, well, we got a Phillies game tonight. Phillies taking on the San Francisco Giants for a 4-game set. And for those of you that are just tuning in for the very first time, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. We are live for the Phillies, the Sixers, even though their season ended yesterday. But we do Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games on here. That's what we do, man. We try to give you guys the best quality of play-by-play on here, and we have a very, very good time. So, on the mound today for the Philadelphia Phillies, they have Aaron Nola, and Nola has been doing a pretty good job this season. Has a 4-1 record with a 3.2 ERA. Last outing, he pitched against the Padres. He went 8 innings. He had 10 strikeouts, 1 earned run allowed, and also surrendered 7 hits. But he looked really, really solid out there, and it just seemed like every single time he was just really, really dominant, just pitching through every single batter that he had to face. And when he got through adversity, he was able to just pull through and do a really good job. We got a super chat. Just got to make sure that we shout out Daniel. What's going on, man? Oh, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, Daniel. I really do appreciate it. He says, blow it up, Sixers. I'm not there yet, but that's another different topic. I want to talk about the Phils for sure. Nola did really well in his last outing, and even in the outing before that, he went 8 innings. He's actually pitched in the 8th inning in 3 straight games, which is really impressive for sure. And he's been really doing a very good job being one of the aces in this Phillies starting rotation. On the other side of the rubber, you got Jordan Hicks. Hicks is 27 years old from Houston, Texas, and this season he does have a 2-0 record, a 1.59 ERA, which is actually 6th in all of baseball, and he has 27 strikeouts as well. 21 hits in 34 innings, and as I mentioned before, 6 earned runs and just 10 walks allowed. He's been really solid. In the last game, he ended up just allowing 1 earned run in 6 innings. He was able to strike out 9 batters, which was a season high for him, and just allow 5 hits, and that was against the Pirates. The Giants would end up losing that game in extra innings. All right. So those are the 2 starters on the mound. It should be a pitching duel tonight. I expect it to be a low-scoring type of a game. And again, you guys can comment your final score predictions down below. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game. But the keys to tonight, the Phillies are going to really need to try to get a hold of Hicks early on, make him throw pitches. Don't swing at the first pitch. They need to be more calm, cool, and collective at the plate. That's really what they have to do. The Phillies are in their City Edition uniforms tonight. There's Rob Thompson, who's in his 3rd season as the Phillies manager, has 176 wins and 129 losses during his career. And Bob Melvin, on the other hand, well, it's his 21st season as an MLB manager. He has over 1,500 wins and 1,400 losses. This is actually his first season with the Giants. 3-time manager of the year, was previously on the San Diego Padres, and hopefully Rob Thompson can do his part on the managerial side. Jung Hoo Lee will be leading things off for the Giants as we take a look at their starting lineup. Then we got Lamont Wade Jr., Jorge Soler, Michael Conforto, Patrick Bailey, Matt Chapman, Mike Yastrzemski, Thairo Estrada, and former Arizona Diamondback Nick Ahmed. So that is the lineup for today. Phillies are going out on the mound. And there's Aaron Nola. They have a close eye on him as he takes a very quick step onto the rubber. And Bohm going over to third base. Nola's whip this season is at a 1.07. He's gone 6 or more innings in each of his last 4 starts. Snowman's here. What's going on? Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it, man. I really, really do. All right. We may have some slow internet, just because this game is on Apple TV. I don't get it on the actual cable, so we're watching it on the laptop. So bear with me if we have anything that is delayed. All right. So Nola has been really doing a good job at locating all his pitches. A 5-pitch type of a pitcher with a knuckle curve, a 4-seam fastball, and a sinker, a changeup, and a cutter. So those are all of his pitches that he throws, and he'll have to face, we are in the top of the first, he's going to have to face the top part of the order. Jung Hoo Lee will be up first for the Giants. All right. So we're just ready to get underway. I don't know why this is a little bit slow. We had some pauses. All right. I have the circle of power. No signal. Okay, I had to refresh. YouTube is on a 7-second delay. I don't have Apple TV. I don't know why. The Phillies play Friday night games on Apple TV. I'm proud that they're on Apple TV tonight. Unlike you guys, I need that, man. I definitely need that. It's great. It's awesome. It's good stuff. All right, so we're in the top of the first. Sorry, the internet's a little bit slow. Let's refresh this. We'll have to refresh this now. Are we live? So Lee is going to come on up. How far behind are we? Jung Hoo Lee hitting .259 on the season with 2 homers and 7 RBI. As Nola gets set just at the letters, starts his windup, and delivers the pitch. And that's just a little bit up high for a ball. Crew chief for tonight, you got Brian Walsh calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate. Adam Hamari is over at first base. Edwin Moscasco is at second. And DJ Rayburn is the third base umpire. The 1-0 pitch. And that's on the inside corner for a called strike at 92 miles per hour. Decided to go with a fastball there. Pre-game money line is the Giants at plus 145 and the Phillies at minus 175. The 1-1 pitch popped up, hit out over towards shallow center field. Turner backs up onto the outfield grass but gets called off by Rojas, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. So Lee pops out to shallow center field, and that's how we get the first out. Oh, man. All right, so Phillies are able to get the first out of the inning. And now it's Lamont Wade Jr. coming up to bat. So Wade batting on the left side, has his orange and black batting gloves on, hitting .318 on the season. 1 out in the top of the first. Nola on the bump. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The leg kick and the first pitch. Line drive into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Castellanos plays it on the bounce. It was hit over towards his left side. Throws it in over towards second. It's cut off by Stott. And there's a single by Lamont Wade Jr., who has now 22 hits and 67 at-bats. Well, he got a fastball right down the middle and just pulled it out towards right field. Did a good job of just staying on it. All right. Doc Rivers is here. Hey, I just want to ask, what are your chances of a home run in the first inning? Please respond. I don't know, dude. Probably not much. I think it's going to be a pitching duel today. First pitch is at the knees for a called strike. I'm better than nurses, Doc Rivers. What's up, Doc? The ball is 1 strike. Jorge Soler is up to bat. He's hitting .212 on the season. 1 out in the top of the first, and the 0-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's going to stay in the yard as Castellanos dribbles over towards his right side. And I'll make the catch. I'd really just say dribbles. Goes over towards his right side. And he makes the catch in front of the track. We're not even in basketball mode anymore. So again, for the Giants, it's Lee, Wade Jr., Soler, Conforto, Bailey, Chapman, Yastrzemski, Estrada, and Ahmed. 2 outs in the top of the first, a runner over at first base, and now it's Conforto's turn to come on up, and the throw back over to first is not in time. Conforto with 29 hits and 116 at-bats. and 5 homers and 16 RBI. So 913 or as a 913 OPS, I should say, at CBP. What's up, Bob? How you doing, man? I don't know, my guy. Dude, we asked you to not spam. We asked you to not spam, my guy. The 1-0 pitch, that's on the outside corner for a called strike. And the count is now 1-1. All right. Phillies lineup, Phillies defensively have JT behind the plate. On the mound, of course, is Nola. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow left field. Marsh comes jogging in towards home plate. Over towards the right, stops, and will make the catch. And that's the end of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Wow, I really did that. Oh, boy. I really, really did that. All right, I got to do this again. I can't believe that. All right, so let's make sure that we get this correct. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off, all right? I will see you soon. All right, so the Phillies have their starting lineup out right now. As we go to the bottom of the first, it'll be Kyle Schwarber leading things off, and then it's Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, JT Realmuto, Brandon Marsh, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, and Johan Rojas. And on the mound is Jordan Hicks, and we mentioned before, has a 2-0 record, a 1.59 ERA. And he'll face Kyle Schwarber as he steps into the box, and the first pitch is on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Phillies in their City Edition uniforms as Schwarber wears his yellow wrist sleeves. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. I really say wristbands. Wrist sleeves. So, yeah. All right, no balls and 2 strikes. We also talked about how Hicks has a 2-0 record and a 1.59 ERA and a .91 whip, which is tied for 10th in all of baseball. The 0-2, Schwarber lays that one off, and it's now a 1-2 count. So Hicks was the number 7th Cardinals prospect back in 2018. He's on the mound now. Stands at 6'2", 220 pounds. The 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. It's going back towards the track and making the catch. Right at the wall is Lee. Jung Hoo Lee able to just leap up in the air, make the grab right at the left center field wall, And there's the first out of the inning. Schwarber just missed a home run. Got a fastball right down the pipe. The wind was blowing it over towards the left side. And Lee was able to make the catch just at the wall. Oh, what's up, Pedro? How you doing, Pedro? What's going on? Another day, another Philly team. Absolutely. Here's Trey Turner, who takes a strike just at the knees at 95 miles per hour on the outside corner. Trey hitting .336 with an .841 OPS. He has 45 hits, which is tied for second in all of baseball. And the 0-1 is just a hair down low for ball one. Baltimore and Cincinnati were supposed to get started at 6:40, but they are currently in a rain delay. The 1-1 on the way downstairs for ball two. As we mentioned, he's a righty. Goes with a four-seamer, a sinker, a splitter, a sweeper, and a slider. His four-seamer last year was on average to be about 100 miles per hour. 2-1, ground ball, hit over towards shortstop. Going to be a tough play, though, for the shortstop to throw over to first. Not in time, and Turner beats it out. An infield single for Trey, and he's over at first base. It's Bryce Harper's turn to come on up. So Harper's up with one out and a runner over at first. Who's on the bump for the Phils? Aaron Nola. So Jordan Hicks also has a sinker that he throws at 100 miles per hour. That was last year. This year it's been pretty much 95.5 miles per hour on average, and the four-seamers comes in at 97. So Harper's in the box. Phillies again in their City Edition uniforms. Harper has his dark blue City Edition batting gloves on, and the 1-0 pitch is taken inside and low. Good job by Patrick Bailey to just block that pitch, and it's a 2-0 count. I apologize in advance because this game is on Apple TV, but it's a little bit slow, like where I am, so I apologize. I'm a Sixers fan, too. Oh, thanks so much, David. I appreciate it. Shout out to you. Welcome to Philadelphia Phillies Freak Nation, baby. 2 balls, no strikes. Hicks gets set at the belt and delivers from the stretch. The pitch outside for ball 3. Pedro, what's up, Pedro, man? I always tell my friends, quote, why don't you like the Knicks? And he said because he likes the Sixers. That's right. Pedro, thanks so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. If you are tuning in on Facebook or on any other social media platform, head on over to YouTube and type in play-by-play with JJ. Or you can also just subscribe and follow on there. But I will read your comments if you are on YouTube. 3 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch outside and high for ball 4. And Bryce Harper will go to first with a walk. Knicks played some really good basketball. They did. They played really, really good. So 2 runners on. Brandon Marsh and Alec Bohm got to ring the bell last night, and Bohm, who's at the dish, it's quite an honor for him. He's wearing his white batting gloves as he bats on the right side, and the first pitch is fouled back towards the home plate side, and it goes out of play. The weather tonight, in case you are wondering, and if you are not living in the Philadelphia area, it's, as of now, it is 56 degrees. It's cloudy. The 0-1, that's inside. I did see some rain in the forecast, but that was a couple of hours ago. I don't know if that has changed now. It is cooler, for sure. You see a lot of jackets and long-sleeve shirts and sweaters. The 1-1, swinging a foul ball by Alec Bohm. So we're in the bottom of the first. Phillies are taking on the San Francisco Giants for a 4-game series. This is the first game of a 4-game set. Over at first base is Trey Turner. He's singled over to shortstop, and Harper got on with a walk. And right before both those guys got on, Kyle Schwarber flied out to left center field. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. And the pitch. Here it comes. Strike 3 called, an 84-mile-per-hour slider just at the knees. And Bohm goes down looking as he walks back towards the dugout with the bat in his left hand. No rain, just cooling to 55 degrees during the game. Okay. All right, cool. Yep. For sure. So 2 outs, and it's JT Realmuto's turn to come on up and hit against the Giants. First pitch is down low for a ball. Giants defensively, well, on the mound, you have, on the mound for them, you got Hicks, and then behind the plate is Patrick Bailey. Over at first base is Wade Jr. At second base, you got Estrada. At third, it's Chapman, and Ahmed is at short. We'll get to the outfield in just a few seconds. The 1-0 pitch to JT. And that was low, and that was low, but it's a called strike by the home plate umpire. From left to right for the Giants, it's Conforto, Lee, and Yastrzemski. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runners on for the Phillies. Over at first and second, 2 outs in the 1-1 pitch, and that is fouled right off the. I got a little piece of Patrick Bailey, as he has to stand up and try to shake it off. I think it also got a little piece of JT as well. 19 pitches in this inning so far for Hicks. Brandon Marsh waits in the on-deck circle. Very cloudy as the sun is gone. It's pretty much has gone away. Lots of clouds in the sky. Nighttime is upon us. The 1-2 that sails outside and low for ball 2. You know, the thing that always interests me about Apple TV is they have all these different types of probabilities that show up on the bottom graphics, like lower thirds, and just all different types of graphics. And JT's RBI probability right now is at 12%. 2-2, that's outside and low again for ball 3. But the RBI probability doesn't go up now. So 21 pitches in this inning. 11 have been balls and 10 have been strikes by Hicks. The payoff pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive into left field, and it is a foul ball. Whew. I thought it was just going to stay fair, but nope, it went foul, and the count still remains full. Marsh again waits in the on-deck circle. Let's see. Yep, it went foul. It certainly did. Went all the way towards the left field corner. Turner's at second, and Harper's at first. The 3-2 on the way. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball deflected off the glove of the pitcher, and going over towards second base. The throw over to first is in time, so that was sort of like an assist ground ball that was hit over to Hicks, and the second baseman was able to cover it, and the throw over to first was in time for out number 3. No runs, 2 men left, and we go to the top of the second. Phillies and Giants tied in this first game of 4. All right, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get to 2,150 subscribers. That would be really, really awesome. If you guys want to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. Bob asks, is Apple TV worth it? Well, if you like to watch TV, it really is. If you were somebody that likes to watch different types of TV shows, like on Paramount Plus and on all these other different types of streaming services, then yeah, for sure, it's definitely worth it, I guess, if you like to watch those. But for sports, I don't know. The athletic trainer for the Phillies is going out there to check on Johan Rojas. I don't know what happened during the inning break, but Rojas felt some discomfort. And, yeah, Rob Thompson's out there as well. That's really weird. I obviously didn't see what happened, but because they were in a break. But, yeah, Rojas is getting checked out by the trainers. He bent on a knee. I'm looking to see here if he was... Oh, somebody threw a ball, and it hit him right square on the knee, the right knee. Couldn't tell who it was that threw him the ball out in dead center field, but I guess that they were trying to warm up. It hit him right near the wickets area. Really, that's where it was. But he was squatting down. So that's a little bit weird. Holding on to that little jock strap there. He got hit into the wickets. Huh. That's really odd. Well, the trainer and Rob walked back to the dugout. He seems to be okay. And we're going to start off the top of the second inning. Rojas staying in the game. All right, so first pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. Fransky apparently thinks he got hit by a foul ball from the bullpen, and that's really what it was. That's what it looked like on Apple TV. So, yes. Patrick Bailey, the catcher for the Giants, hitting .278, has 3 long balls, 10 runs batted in on the season. And he's up to bat. The 0-1 pitch, and that's inside for ball 1. Yeah, us too. What did he say? On my way to bring Jen home from the hospital. Let's go! The 1-1 pitch, and that's low for ball 2. Thank goodness. Oh, man, so happy to hear that she's good. Or that she's well enough to be home. Seriously, we said prayers, and we're still going to say more prayers for you, Jen. We love you. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That was on a curveball at 80 miles per hour that was inside and at the knees. Maybe the Phillies can help us celebrate with a win. That'd be nice. So I stand corrected. It is 3 balls and 1 strike. No, it is 2 balls, 2 strikes. They had it wrong. I was like, wait, what? 2 balls, 2 strikes. There we go. Nola throws the next pitch, and it's inside for ball 3. Larry, that's a great idea. I like your thinking, man. Aaron Nola, now 30 years old. He is 6'2", weighs 200 pounds. Will have a birthday in 1 month and 1 day from now, on June 4th. 3-2 on the way. That was, it's called a ball, but it looked like it was on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. But regardless, a leadoff walk by Bailey. And it's Matt Chapman's turn to come on up to bat. Of course, Nola was a pick from LSU, was the 7th overall pick back in 2014 for the Phillies. Here's Matt Chapman, who steps into the box on the right side, and he stares at a fastball at 92 on the outside. Just outside of the box for ball 1. Oh, man. 1 ball, no strikes. Nola gets set at the letters. Kicks, delivers, throws a curve at 80 miles per hour that misses outside for ball 2. Ump is not helping us tonight. This is Den Brew. Nope. Chapman hitting .226. He has 4 homers and 14 RBI on the season so far for the Giants. The 2-0 on the way, and that's on the inside corner. Good knuckle curve thrown at 79 miles per hour for a called strike. Chapman is actually tied for second on the Giants in RBI. He's tied with Thairo Estrada. And leading them in RBI is Michael Conforto. 2 balls, 1 strike to Matt Chapman. Nobody out, and a runner over at first. That's Bailey. And the 2-1 pitch. There it comes, and it's on the outside corner at 92 again. Phillies' rotation has been absolutely spectacular during this season so far. That's been one of their biggest storylines coming into today. The 2-2 delivery, fouled back. It was a 92-mile-per-hour pitch that was just on the upper third of the zone. If you are tuning in to our channel for the very first time, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get to over 100 likes, and let's get to 2,150 subs. 2-2 to Matt Chapman. And the pitch. Low and outside, and the count is now full. Chapman does have 7 doubles on the season, and that does lead the Giants. Just has 1 more than Estrada and Conforto, who are tied for 6th, or who are tied with 6th. The 3-2 pitch in the air, hit out towards left field. It's hooking foul, and thank goodness it goes out of play. And we'll do it again. Neil Cooper says, dropping off Tobias Harris at the airport. Yep. Umpire's tough tonight. Well, sometimes you get those games, man. You just do. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nola gets the signs. Kicks, fires the pitch. Outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Nola. And that'll put Bailey over at second. And Chapman over at first with still nobody out. Yeah, so as we mentioned before, calling the balls and the strikes, it's Brian Walsh who was behind the plate. Adam Hamari's over at first. Then there's Edwin Moscasco's over at second, and DJ Rayburn is at third. Nola has traffic on the bases, and the question is, can he get out of this jam? Yastrzemski will step into the box, batting on the left side. As his orange calf guard. Nola looks back at second, now back to the plate, and throws the first pitch, which is on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. Lifetime, Yastrzemski is 3 for 7 against Nola with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Hitting just .242 this season. Does have a .706 on-base plus slugging percentage, and the 0-1 is dribbled foul towards the first base dugout. Yastrzemski in his first 8 games was hitting .050. Didn't have any homers, didn't have any RBI, but over his last 16, it's been quite a different story. The 0-2, and that's way up high. JT had to get into a standing position in order to catch that. And it's a 1-2 count. Hitting .313, though, over his last 16 games, and has all of his homers and RBI during that stretch. Nobody out. We're in the top of the second. Giants and Phillies with no score. And the 1-2 by Nola inside. And it's now tied up at 2 apiece. Giants sent just 5 men up to the plate in the last inning, and so far 2 men have come up to the plate and have reached base via walk. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Well, Nola decided to go with a knuckle curve as it went into the dirt, and Yastrzemski certainly got fooled, and will go back over towards the dugout. How about that? Deceiving pitch by Aaron Nola. Just thought that it was going to land into the strike zone, and it disappeared like a magic trick. And Estrada, it'll be his turn to bat. Who could sleep well after that mess last night? I don't think anybody could. Here's Thairo Estrada, first pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's going back towards the warning track, and Castellanos can't make the catch. It bounces right on the track in front of the wall. Rojas gets over to it. 2 runs are going to come in to score, and the throw to home plate is not in time by Bryson Stott as it was cut off. Rojas had to go get it out in right field, and it's a 2-run double that's hit by Thairo Estrada, and the Giants strike first with a 2-0 lead. Wow. Let's see where this pitch was. Honestly, it was on the outside corner of the plate. It was at 87 on the gun. And Castellanos, if he was probably faster, would he have caught it? Yeah, maybe. But it's a 2-run double, and there's 1 out. And Ahmed takes the first pitch for a ball down low and outside. 2-run double hit by Estrada. He's over at second. Nola's back at second. Now over at third. And back to the plate in the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. Was thinking that maybe Nola was going to throw Estrada an off-speed pitch first. But nope, he decided to go with a fastball. It was actually really more of a curve on the outside corner because it was at 87 and it had a lot of movement to it. So the 1-1, and that one just misses in the eyes of the home plate umpire for ball 2. Was, I think to him it was a little bit outside. Brian Walsh, that is. Ahmed has a .239 average in 30 games this season. Still hunting for his first homer. His 9 RBI. The 2-1 delivery on the way, and it's low. Base to JJ radio check. I'm happy that we don't have to, scream. You know what I mean? This is why I love baseball. This is more of my natural voice. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch thrown to Ahmed, and it's now a 3-2 count. A side note, did you catch the incident with Pat Bev by any chance? Nope, I did not. I've had a busy day. I haven't been able to catch that. Nola with the payoff pitch. Here it comes. And it's just dribbled foul over towards the third base dugout. Count still is at 3-2. And Ahmed, who's up to bat. 3 hits and 92 at-bats so far. It's hard to believe that we're already this far into the season. Sorry, 22 hits and 92 at-bats. I was looking at the doubles. Just 3 doubles. The 3-2 on the way. It was a low pitch, but it's fouled off again over towards the third base side. We're talking about the Giants' top prospects. Marco Luciano, who's over at shortstop. He's not playing today, but he's ranked number 36, according to MLB.com. So they were talking a little bit about him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the payoff pitch, here it comes, and another foul ball over towards the third base dugout. Good job to stay alive. That's by Nick Ahmed, and waiting in the on-deck circle is Jung Hoo Lee. Nick Ahmed is now 34 years old, which is also hard to believe. He got started in 2014. That's when he made his major league appearance for the Diamondbacks. The 3-2 on the way. Outside again for ball 4. So everybody that's on base got on with a walk. That's going to load the bases. No, that's going to put just runners over at first and second. I beg your pardon because I forgot about the 2-run double. And plus they were showing on the it showed for a quick second that the runner was over at first and second as the pitch was being thrown. So that's what kind of fooled me off. Threw me off. Nola has allowed 3 walks though in this inning, so that is something to note. Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to try to calm Nola down Let's see if he can work out of this. Mike says, and this is why I don't like Nola. See how he gets out of it. Jung Hoo Lee was unsuccessful getting on against him the first time. And he will come on up to bat. Ended up popping out over towards, or flying out to center field his first time up. Wade Jr. is in the on-deck circle. So 2 runners on with 1 out and the pitch to Lee. That's just at the knees. It looked a little bit low on the outside corner, but it's a called strike to Lee. There's 2 homers, 7 runs batted in as well. No balls, 1 strike. Estrada leads off over at second. And the next pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards right field. It's going back towards the track, and thank goodness it hooks foul. Lee just missed a home run there. Stayed over towards the right side and went into the second deck. Wow. Nola certainly got away with that pitch, too. He most certainly did. And Lee was like, oh, darn it. I just missed it. The ball's 2 strikes, and I think time was called from Nola. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that's fouled back again behind home plate. Lee is 25 years old. He's on a $113 million contract with the Giants. It's a 6-year, $113 million contract. The 0-2 pitch, that's low again for a ball. He's going to earn $7 million in this season, and next season he gets $16 million. The year after that he gets $22 million. In 2026 and in 2027, and in 2028 he gets $20.5 million, as well as in 2029. Next pitch, fouled away again. During his time in Korea, had a .340 average, was the 2022 KBO League MVP, and was also a 5-time Golden Glove Award winner as well. The 1-2 pitch popped up again. Hit out over towards shallow left field. Turner says he has it as he calls off Marsh, and he runs over towards the right, and they'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. So Lee is 0 for 2 as he pops out to Trey, and it's Lamont Wade Jr.'s turn to come on up to bat. Lee also had a .340 career batting average with the KBO, which was the highest in league history. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Giants lead it 2-0. And Wade Jr. in the box, and the first pitch to Lamont Wade Jr. is fouled away. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. Lamont Wade Jr. hitting .328 with 1 homer and 8 RBI on the season. He singled his first time up in the 0-1 delivery, and that's downstairs. Jose Ruiz is getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The Venezuelan pitcher is warming up. And the 1-1 on the way. It's a little bit outside, but it's a called strike. And it's a 1-2 count. How about Wade during his career against Aaron Nola? He's been able to get a hold of him a lot. He's 4 for 6 lifetime against him. Jose Ruiz did get called up to the Phillies earlier today. They had to put Junior Marte on the injured list. The 1-2, low again for ball 2. Marte was doing really good in the Phillies bullpen. But he had shoulder inflammation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch just laid off. Barely outside. The count is full. See that again. Good job by Wade to just hold his swing. They didn't even have to appeal. With the count full, Wade Jr. hitting .476 with a homer and 3 RBI. The 3-2 pitch up high, I should say, for ball 4. And that's the 4th walk allowed in this inning by Aaron Nola. That's going to load the bases. That ties a season high. His career high, he actually had 5 walks allowed twice. I guess that they say that was in an inning. Or is that just in the game? Ruiz getting warmed up again in the bullpen. Bases juiced for Jorge Soler, another Phillies killer. And the first pitch is just low, but it's a called strike. And Soler having some words with Brian Walsh saying that you haven't been consistent today. The 0-1 pitch. That set the knees for a strike at 91 miles per hour. Nola, lifetime against the Giants, is 3-2 with a 6.81 ERA and 33 strikeouts in 7 appearances. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded for the Giants. 2-0 lead, the 0-2 pitch, and that's just fouled off the foot of Soler, the front foot. And we're still alive. Last time he did pitch against the Giants, he went 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and on both of them, they were solo homers. Just 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 on the way. He had a pitch to play with and decided to go outside and low with another off-speed pitch. 54 pitches for Nola, trying to get out of a jam. The 1-2 on the way, popped up, hit out over towards the third base side and foul ground. JT tries to communicate with Bohm, and he makes the catch. He just tossed his helmet over towards out Bohm's way, then it hit his foot, and Bohm was like, thanks. But JT, of course, had to focus on making the catch, and he did. So the inning comes to an end. Giants leave the bases loaded. However, they get a 2-run double by Tyro Estrada to get themselves a 2-0 lead. And we go to the bottom of the second. Be right back. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, an Eagles, or even a Sixers game. Yeah, that's what we do on here, man. We did 127 of the 162 last year, and we're back in it for a full season now, especially now that the basketball team season is over. So we're ready to just dive in, man. We are ready to dive in. I do want to also let you guys know that I am planning on also doing some Olympic sporting events when the Olympics do occur during the summer. I'd like to try to experiment with a couple of new things, and I'd like to try to do tennis and also cover USA basketball. I think that that'd be really cool. But, I think that now's the time especially during the summer, to, try new things. And I think that would be so cool. As well as try to keep up with the Phillies as well. But, yep. All right. So, we're in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Marsh, Castellanos, and Stott that are going to come on up for the Phillies. That's 6, 7, and 8 in the order. First pitch thrown by Hicks is a strike, and the count is 0-1. The ball is 1 strike. Hicks gets set and throws the next pitch in the dirt for a ball. There's Bob Melvin being interviewed on Apple TV. Heidi Watney, of course, there to cover the game. The 1-1 on the way. Here it is. That's a foul ball. So Hicks had 23 pitches in the first, already with 3 in this at-bat to Brandon Marsh. Marsh has 6 homers, all against right-handed pitching this season. The 1-2 on the way from Hicks, and that's way inside. Hicks wearing a golden necklace around his neck. As the baseball in the glove gets set, and the 2-2 swing and a miss. Brandon Marsh got fooled on an off-speed pitch as he strikes out swinging. That's the second strikeout recorded by Hicks. See again. Bailey actually did a good job at just making sure that he caught that. Wasn't a foul tip into the glove. It did take a bounce in the dirt, but even still, if that gets by him, Marsh has a chance to go to first. The Castellanos will get a crack at it, and the first pitch he sees is outside and low. One ball, no strikes to Nick. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Hicks gets the signs and winds up and delivers. And it's at the knees on the inside corner for a called strike. 1 out. I see what you're saying. You're saying Castellanos is automatic out. I get what you're saying now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and nobody on base. The pitch. It's dribbled foul over towards the third base side. And it's a 1-2 count now to Castellanos. Let's see what you meant. Casty in the last 10 games against the Giants has 8 hits, a homer, and 3 runs scored in 10 games. The 1-2, here it is. Ground ball hit over to third base, and Chapman tries to shuffle over towards his left, throws it, and it gets away from first baseman. And it actually hit off the rail. It stayed in. Lamont Wade Jr. couldn't make the catch. The throw was off the line. And Chapman is going to get charged with an E5. See again. Castellanos just hit it off the end of the bat over towards third. I was trying to mention that Chapman was trying to shuffle his feet over 2 steps, and the throw was way over Wade Jr.'s head. Just not a good throw at all whatsoever. And that's going to go down as an E5 on Chapman. One out here in the bottom of the second. Bob Melvin did go out there to check on Patrick Bailey. I didn't see what happened there. Of course, it takes an error for us to get on base, says end user. Yep. So Melvin's still out there along with the Giants trainer just to check on Bailey. And Bailey's going to go back to the dugout. Not going to the tunnel, but he's going back to the dugout. What the heck happened? Takes off the catcher's protector and all the gear. Is there something that was going on with his gear or something? They're not going to a break. And Bailey still in the dugout. Now he's going back over towards the tunnel to get checked out. I didn't see what happened. But he's coming out of the game. And there's still one out. Huh. It's weird. Hicks is getting a bottle of water from the bat boy. And Bailey comes... Is that Bailey? No, that's not. So now Murphy is going to go out there, and he's going to start catching for the Giants now. Again, I didn't see what happened. I have no clue what happened to Patrick Bailey. But we have a new catcher that's coming in for the Giants. That's going to be Tom Murphy. Murphy's 33 years old from West Monroe, New York. Just hitting 100. All right, so now they're showing the replay. Oh, so the foul ball that was hit by JT, they're showing that from before. And he got hit right into the wickets area. And then he signaled as soon as Bryson Stott came into the box, he said something's not right. Something's absolutely not right. So I think that's what the concern was. Said that, yeah, I don't feel good. So Tom Murphy's coming in as the new catcher for the Giants. Again, we're still in the bottom of the second. A runner's over at first, and there's one out. So Bailey just came out with an injury. Not sure what happened, but they're showing that he did get hit by a foul tip in the first inning. So still a little confused. But Stott's in the box, and Murphy is now catching, and the first pitch is at the knees for a strike to Bryson Stott. Wish that we covered that a little bit better, but regardless. So Bailey's night is done. The 0-1 on the way. That's a foul ball back over towards the backstop. To make that now an 0-2 count. The ball's 2 strikes. There's Rob Thompson in the Phillies dugout chewing on his gum. 5 seconds left now, left to go on the clock. Hicks gets set at the belt, wind blowing on his jersey in the 0-2. Line drive hit out over towards left field. It'll be caught, though, out in left field by Conforto. And Casti jogs back over to first. Yeah, Giants update just posted that Patrick Bailey's leaving today's game versus the Phillies, and he took a foul ball on his foot in the first inning. So Stott lines out to left, and now it's Rojas' turn to come on up. Castellanos is over at first. He got on with an error over at third base by Chapman. Took a ground ball, was trying to field it and throw over to first, and it went way over the head of Lamont Wade Jr. 1 ball, no strikes to Yohan Rojas, who is a .317 average over his last 11 games. And the 1-0 pitch, that's at the knees for a called strike. It's getting pretty windy. That's CBP. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Decided to go with a slider at 83 miles per hour. And it's now a 1-2 count. Rojas certainly has been able to improve at the plate. He's taken a lot of steps forward in that regard. Very good defensive outfielder. Maybe a candidate for a Gold Glove out in center field. The 1-2 pitch, low again, and just outside for ball 2. Rojas is 23 years old. Got to see him play with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws back in 2022. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, that's bounced foul right outside of the box. Signed with the Phillies as an international free agent back in 2018 and made his professional debut with the Dominican Summer League Phillies in 2019. Played in 68 games then and averaged .321 during that season. The 2-2 pitch coming up. Here it is. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. It's going back, but Lee has enough room, and he'll make the catch just shy of the warning track. And the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 man left. And we've played 2 so far. We go to the top of the third. Phillies trail 2-0. It's been a long game so far, man. It really has. MJ. What's up, MJ? How you doing? How are you doing, man? If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. And if you are just tuning in, I want to ask you guys. I want to make sure that I ask you all how you guys got into the Phillies, where you're tuning in from, and how you found this channel. I know that tonight we probably have a bigger audience because we don't have the game is on Apple TV, so I'm sure that we have a lot of people tuning in because of that. But what do you like about baseball? What stands out to you about baseball, and how'd you get into the Phillies? You have 112 people on here watching and only 44 likes. Come on, man. My name, of course, is Jason. I go by JJ on here. My channel is called Play by Play with JJ. I'm live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. I started this channel in 2022 in December, and I've been calling games on here. I want to go into broadcasting, and I decided this is a really good way to get reps. And I called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high affiliate of the Washington Nationals, while I was in school, and also did stuff for the Delaware Blue Coats, who were the G League affiliate of the 76ers. D says, new subscriber here. Glad I found you. Absolutely. I'm glad that you found us, too. Welcome, D. What's up, D? Oh, that's our little air horn sound. And guys, if you know other people that can't find the game tonight and are like, yo, like, I need a better alternate, tell them about this channel. Like, have them come on and tune into us, please. Like, spread the word. Definitely spread the word. That would be awesome. It helps out the channel, and it also helps them out as well. It does. It's a win-win situation for everybody. All right, so the Phillies are down 2-0, thanks to a 2-run double by Thairo Estrada. Back in the top of the second. We're in the top of the third now. Bryce Harper is over at first base. They're showing him. I think he's mic'd up. He is. Sure, he has interesting things to say. First pitch, and that's swung on and fouled. Nice, JJ. Thanks. Yep. So that's my little spiel. That's how I got into broadcasting. And, you know, I wanted to just call games on here, you know. It's just good to get reps that way. The ball is 1 strike, and Nola's still pitching for the Phillies and the 0-1s. And that's on the inside corner for a strike. Armor Edition. What's going on? How you doing? It's an 0-2 count. Read your comment in just a few seconds. Well, looks like Conforto just stepped out of the box. Conforto's 0 for 1 today. He did end the first inning. The 0-2 on the way. Here it is, and that's low for ball 1. Found your channel due to not paying for cable because it's mostly you-know-what and too expensive. Can't say that word on here. I appreciate your stream since it's the only reliable source for the Phils. We try, man. We try to be reliable for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles. The 1-2 on the way. Here it is. And that's fouled back towards the home plate side. I sure will, Mike. Nice. 116 people on your watch. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's get to 2,150 subs by the end of tonight. And again, keep telling your friends about this channel because we really try our very best. 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Swinging a ground ball, hit over towards the first base side, but it's foul. Just barely. Phillies aren't the only game going on tonight. Orioles and Reds still have yet to get underway. It still is in a rain delay. That game was also on Apple TV. And then the Rockies and the Pirates. No score so far in the top of the fifth, with one out and nobody on. The 1-2 pitch, just a little bit low for ball two. And then the Blue Jays have a 3-1 lead at Nationals Park as they go to the top of the fourth. That game is also on Apple TV as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball once again. The Rays have a 4-3 lead against the Mets. With the bases loaded, Rays are up to bat, nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Lots of action going on there as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Line drive, it out over towards right field. It's going to drop in for a single. Castellanos plays it on the bounce and throws it over to Bryson Stott, who's over on the outfield grass. And there's a leadoff single to start off the top of the third for San Francisco. Conforto just absolutely torches the Phillies. And I'm sure that Phillies fans all know about that. Played for the Mets for a while. Now it's Bailey Murphy's turn to bat. Came on for Patrick Sandoval, and the first pitch is fouled away. There's some glitches going on over here, and I apologize if we're a little bit late on our call. Sometimes you just don't know if it's Apple TV itself or if it's just your internet. The ball is 1 strike. Runner leads off over at first base. That's Conforto. Harper trying to hold him up as he has the microphone on. And the 0-1 ground ball. He back up the middle. Past the diving stop of Turner in the center for a base hit. Rojas gets over to it. And stopping over at second is Conforto. And the Giants continue the hit off of Nola. Back-to-back singles by Conforto and Murphy. And it's Chapman's turn to bat with still nobody out. No, this time around, the Phillies' rotation has not really been up to par, and Nola today has really been struggling. He's been finding the strike zone, but he had some bad calls, but also has just given up some not-so-good hits. Chapman comes up, batting on the right side, and takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. 66 pitches for Aaron. And we're not even through the third inning. We don't even have 1 out yet recorded. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, low and outside for ball 2. D says, damn, not looking good so far. Nope. I think that Nola needs to just try to calm down a little bit. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 2 balls, no strikes. A hitter's count. And the pitch coming up, here it is, fouled away. The Rays were able to get, I think, a 3-run single. What was it, a 2-run single? Yep, so they got a sac fly by Jackson, and then a 2-run single by DeLuca to give themselves now a 7-3 lead against the Mets. 2-1 pitch, ground ball it over to third. Bohm tags the bag, throws over to first, and gets the second out. It's a 5-3 double play, and there's 2 away. That was a very good pitch thrown by Nola, and that was the circumstance that you would hope would have happened, and it did. It was nice. So Bohm played it on a bounce, had to run over to third base to get the first out, and the lead runner out. And threw it over to first base across the diamond to complete the 5-3 double play. And it's Mike Yastrzemski who's stepping in towards the dish. First pitch, and that's on the inside corner for a strike. Oh, and 1 is the count. Nola looks back at second and back to the plate. And the pitch. Low and inside for ball 2. For ball 1, I should say. Giants are 15 and 17 coming into today. They actually have a 6 and 10 road record. Nola will just take a very quick step off, but gets back on the rubber. Giants did win their last game against the Red Sox, but lost the series 2 out of 3. The pitch, way outside for ball 2. So for those people that are just tuning in on here, what do you remember about your first experience with baseball? Did you play when you were young? Did you go to a Phillies game? Is that how you got introduced to it? Were you at the vet? Baseball's all about stories, and I want to hear from you guys, especially now that we have a bigger audience tonight. The 2-1 pitch was inside for ball 3. We still have a runner over at second, and that's Murphy. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 away. And time called as Nola throws the pitch. Brian Walsh was trying to tell him, time. And he still threw it anyways. It's like the one thing that always annoys me. Like if I was a pitcher and I'm starting my motion and time is just called and I'm ready to throw it at 90, I could have thrown it. I could have not even thrown it. Or it could have came in at 10. 3-1 on the way. Here it is. Strike 2. Right at the knees. At 87 on the gun. Giants, as we mentioned, they lost 2 of 3 to the Red Sox. They did win 2 of 3 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That was in the series before. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Aaron Nola gets out of the inning. So, after 2 straight singles, Chapman grounds out into a 5-3 double play. And he has strikes out. And we go to the bottom of the third. 2-zip. Giants lead it. Phillies coming back up. They're not supposed to grant the hitter time if the pitcher has begun his motion. But they do. Thank you, Aaron. That's better. They say when that happens, throw the ball. You can hurt your arm by stopping. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. It's just annoying. Like when time is just called and you're starting your motion, it's like, man, like I'm wasting this. You know what I mean? Like especially nowadays where everybody is more cautious when it comes to pitching, especially when it comes to starting pitchers and that type of a thing. It's like, well, just wasted the pitch there. It's a mental rep too. Yeah. So again, if you are just tuning in on here, what was your first memory of baseball? How did you get into baseball? My first actual memory of baseball that I can remember was going to my high school for an event. I was really young though. It was at the high school that was in my town. But the Philly Fanatic was there. And I loved the Philly Fanatic. And my brother who had really severe special needs, he loved the Philly Fanatic as well. And, that was somebody that he really did connect with. And sometimes we just went to the games just to go see the Philly Fanatic because Mitchell really liked him. Of course, we got enjoyment out of going to the games. But it was a really good way for him to actually enjoy it, So, yeah, that was really cool. All right, so Andrew says, I went to the Phillies game and saw Kyle Schwarber hit a walk-off homer. Now, that's cool. I like that. Tristan. What's up, Tristan? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on here. Thanks to you and Andrew. I was bored one day, says Tristan, and channel flipping when I saw Bobby Abreu make an excellent catch. Been a fan ever since. That's how I was with Ryan Howard, so Literally, that was the same story about how I got into the Phillies. First pitch, fly ball hit out over towards shallow left field, and Chapman drops it. He tried to make the catch. Chapman couldn't do it, and he dropped it. And staying safe over at first base for the Phillies is Kyle Schwarber. It was a pop-up that was hit out towards shallow left, and it was Chapman who literally called off Conforto as he backpedaled and twisted and turned, couldn't make the catch, and that's his second error of the day. He is just not at a good day. He thought he had it. He took his eyes off the baseball as soon as it went into the glove, and it popped out. Let's see if the Phillies can rally from this. The first pitch to Trey Turner is on the outside corner for a called strike. So Turner singled in the first. It was an infield single, and that was the only hit recorded today for Philadelphia. The 0-1, there it is, and that's fouled away. Grandma scoring Phillies games on TV and swilling her beer. That's what Hardcore for All says. That's how I got into baseball. Huh. That's cool. My grandma was also into baseball because I was into it. So she always had to check the newspaper, look at the standings, and that was something that we always talked about, and we bonded over it. The ball is 2 strikes, and the 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Trey Turner as he argues with Brian Walsh, gets into his face, backpedals over towards the Phillies dugout, and now faces forward and walks back with the bat in his right hand. The barrel of the bat, that is. That was a good radio call. Hicks did a good job at locating the sinker at 95 miles per hour. Just at the knees. And there's the first out of the inning. The first official out, I should say. Bryce Harper takes the first pitch for a ball as he steps into the box. He walked in the first, hitting just .233 with 18 RBI and 6 homers. The leg kick and the pitch thrown by Hicks, and it's upstairs. Two balls, no strikes to Bryce Harper, who has his golden necklace around his neck. And the 2-0 is way outside for ball 3. Harper has not seen a strike today. He walked on 4 pitches in the first. So far, he's seen 7 balls on all 7 pitches. That was the first and only great catch by Bobby. 3-0 pitch, and well, he doesn't see a strike there. 8 pitches to Bryce Harper. Each of them have been balls thrown by Hicks. And Bryce goes over to first, the tying run. That's who he represents. And the go-ahead run's coming up to the plate. We're in the bottom of the third. And it's Alec Bohm's turn to come up and bat. Not such friendly clouds in the sky. Pretty dark clouds as it's 7:54 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. Bohm's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch inside for ball 1. What else? Larry says that I first got into baseball. Shea Stadium, early 70s. Kids spitting down from the upper deck. Drunk guy stumbles down the steps, almost taken out. My sister then vomits. The 1-0 pitch, line drive into left field for a base hit. Schwarber's going to try to come home and score. The throw to the plate, not in time. An RBI single by Alec Bohm as Kyle scores, and it's 2-1 now. The Philly fanatic wearing the City Edition uniform as he celebrates on top of the third base dugout for the Phils. So Harper stops over at second, and there's the second base hit of the day by Bohm. The second base hit for the Phillies, but Bohm was able to hit it through the 5-6 hole and singles out to left. That will be recorded as an unearned run allowed from Hicks. The Philly fanatic even signaled safe at the plate. Here's JT as he takes it low and inside for a ball. So Chapman's error, as of now, comes back to bite the Giants on that run. Also grounded into a double play as well in the last inning. 1-0 pitch. And that's just up high in the eyes of Brian Walsh. He's been fair on both sides for both teams. Bohm now is on a 16-game hitting streak, just behind Marcell Ozuna, who has a 17-game hitting streak. The 2-0 pitch, low for ball 3, and Hicks needs to get out of this jam. Starting to get a little bit louder at the bank. 3 balls, no strikes to JT Realmuto. Bohm's over at first. Harper's at second. Schwarber scored on the RBI single by Bohm. The 3-0 pitch up high for ball 4. And the bases are juiced now. JT goes over to first. Bohm is now at second. And Harper is 90 feet away from scoring. And Brandon Marsh will come up with the bases loaded. We do have time called on the mound. Jordan Hicks has thrown 55 pitches, and pretty much half of his pitches have been for strikes. Almost half. Let's see. Yankee Stadium experience was worse. Brawls and stabbings in the stands. Didn't think I'd survive. No wonder we got season tickets at the vet. Turk Glass says, I got mustard on my shirt from my hot dog trying to catch a foul ball over at third base at Yankee Stadium. I think you told that story. So I think I asked you before, maybe you didn't hear this, but who was up to bat? I'm just curious. And do you remember like what year it was? All right, 2-1. Phillies down, but they have the bases loaded. Bohm at an RBI single, Marsh in the box, and Hicks with the first pitch, and he can't find the strike zone again. Downstairs for a ball. 140 people on here, only 47 likes. Let's get those thumbs up buttons going, and those subscribe buttons as well. Marsh is 0 for 1. He did strike out to lead off the second inning. The 1-0 delivery, here it comes. Ground ball it back, up the middle for a base hit. Harper scores. Right behind him is Bohm. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. The Phillies take the lead, and lightning strikes for them. Ho, ho, ho. High fives in the dugout for Harper and Bohm as they both score. And it's Nick Castellanos' turn to come on up. Let's see if he can join in on the party. It was a ground ball that was hit past Hicks up the middle. Nobody was playing up the middle, and it just got through for a base hit. Realmuto is over at third. Marsh is at first, and it's Castellanos who's up to bat. Still 1 out, first pitch, and that's on the outside corner for strike 1. That was at 97 miles per hour. Casty did reach on an error his last time up, and he's looking to make up for it. 3-2 Phillies, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball over towards the first base side. I think after this inning, I'm going to refresh this because we have a little bit of some stoppage going on. It like keeps freezing at certain moments in time. 59 pitches as the fans stand on their feet wearing their sweaters and their hoodies. Sean Jelly is getting loosened up now in the Giants bullpen. The 0-2 to Casty as he holds his horses on a pitch that was in the dirt. Hicks just has 19 pitches in this third inning so far, at 23 in the first and 18 in the second. And when you do the math, that's how you break down 60 pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, and the 1-2, here it comes, and it's fouled away over towards the third base side. They say that Castellanos' strikeout probability is at 46%. It's been a long game so far, and we're just in the bottom of the third. One ball, 2 strikes. Hicks gets set at the belt, and the next pitch, way outside and low for ball 2. The human calculator strikes again, says Larry. To be fair, that was on the Apple TV graphics, but I just wanted to say that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, here comes the pitch to Castellanos, swinging a fly ball, hit out over towards left field, and making the catch is Conforto. The runner tags and stays put over at third, and that's JT. It was hit towards shallow left field, and Casti got it off the end of the bat, and Conforto came running in towards home plate to snag the catch, and Casti is out. Both runners still at their same exact spots. And it's going to be the 8th man of the inning to come on up to the plate for Philadelphia, and that's Bryson Stott. Thought maybe he was going to flare in, and Conforto wasn't going to be able to get over to it. By the way, wanted to also make sure that I mentioned this as Stott comes up and takes the first pitch way inside for a ball. So, because of the error, that's just 2 earned runs allowed by Hicks. He has surrendered 3 runs, but they didn't count the first one on the error over at third. It was on a pop-up all the way to Matt Chapman. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch low again for ball 2. The Rays have officially debuted their City Edition uniforms, their City Connect uniforms. Huh. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch, here it comes. That's just at the knees for a strike on an 84-mile-per-hour pitch. It's like it was a curve. Kids say hi. Missed ya. Kill the play-by-play. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love it when the kids come on. 2 balls, 1 strike. Phillies lead it 3-2, and the 2-1 to Stott, fouled away. In case you're wondering, Phillies were down 2-0 heading into this bottom of the third. Alec Bohm had an RBI single, and Brandon Marsh with the bases loaded had a 2-run single to give the Phillies a 3-2 lead. Stott is the 8th man to come up to bat for the Phillies in this inning. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Marsh is over at first. JT's at third. 2 seconds left. Throw back to first. Not in time. Marsh didn't even have to dive back in there. Wasn't even leaning off the bag by much. Rhino, how you doing, man? How are you doing? And Michael, I'll get to your story in just a few moments. Big spot here, though, for the Phillies. They're looking to add on some more runs. They've scored 3 in this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch by Hicks. Here it comes, and it's just up high for ball 3. Why do I keep saying here it comes tonight? But going over to second base is Marsh as he's able to swipe second. So that puts 2 runners in scoring position. The count is full. The payoff pitch to Stott. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. It's going back towards the track, and reaching up to make the catch is Lee. And he ends the inning and waves goodbye to the fans as he runs back in towards the dugout. Phillies get a 3-2 lead as we head to the top of the 4th. They got an RBI single by Alec Bohm and a 2-run single by Brandon Marsh. And we go to the top of the 4th. Phillies will be back as they lead a 3-2. All right, so why are we stopping here? That's a little bit annoying to me. Let's pull this up again. That's better. Now we're not in stop and go motion. 146 people on here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Rhino, what's going on? Andrew S., thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it very, very much. All right, Michael, I wanted to get back to your story. So I asked before, what was your first baseball memory? And for those of you that are new to the channel, I want to welcome you guys on in to give your thoughts about that down below. And just tell me what your first baseball memory was, or just something that stood out to you about the game of baseball that has been significant throughout your entire life and how that was able to influence you or influence your love of the game. I went to Shea. Shea Stadium on my Little League trip back in 1974. Got shook down by a couple ruffians on the ramps. Nothing like seeing the field open up and fill your eyes as you walk through the section tunnel. Now that's really cool. I wish that they had that, but I can... Obviously, the times are different now. They are. But it is really, really cool. What's up, Flustered Game? How you doing? My teacher's at the game. Is that why you're watching? That's cool. Oh, man. Rhino's here. What's up, Rhino? Doing great, as you know, Rise and Rhino. Drop that link down below. You know what to do, man. Get more people to come onto your channel as well. If you guys like football, if you love the XFL, if you love different types of... If you love Colorado Avalanche hockey, if you like Rockies baseball, even Denver Nuggets basketball, your man is right here. And he also will be covering the Knicks, I think, as well. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but that's what he covers on his channel, and he does a really, really good job at it. So that's awesome. Drop that link, man. Drop that link, Rhino. All right, so Aaron Nola back out there on the bump for Philadelphia as we head to the top of the fourth. It's been a very slow game, and now we're 27 minutes old. Up to bat is Estrada, and it's an 0-1 count. 76 pitches by Nola. First pitch was on the inside corner. Phillies lead it 3-2. The 0-1 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards shortstop. Gobbled up by Turner. Flips it over to first sidearm and dug out by Harper for out number 1. Good play by Bryce, who was able to scoop it up. It was not a good throw by Turner, but this is why Harper is so athletic, and he's just a great athlete. You can put him anywhere on the diamond, and he'll find a way to try to master the position. There's a sidearm throw, too, by Trey. And Bryce able to save his bacon. First pitch is downstairs to Nick Ahmed, who was one of the 5 guys that has gotten on base today via walk against Nola. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball foul over towards the third base dugout. I said they should have let Saquon Barkley ring the bell last night. You did. You did. Michael, I'll never forget seeing the huge green expanse coming out of the tunnel either. Love these conversations going on in the chat. Keep them up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch by Nola at 90 miles per hour at the knees as it froze Ahmed. May have to refresh this again. We'll do it after this at-bat here. 1-2 on the way. And that's up high for ball 2. Actually, when you don't put it in full screen, it's actually... It actually went a little bit quicker. That's interesting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the fourth. Nola gets the signs and winds up and delivers. It's fouled off again. Hello, Warhog. What's going on, Warhog? How you doing? You guys are like Damone in Fast Times. You provide a service. I love these videos so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we try to give you the nuts and the bolts of what's going on throughout the game. The 2-2 on the way. And that is just taken outside. Sorry, the screen froze again. There's like a little bit of some stopping and going every time I have it on here, and then the mouse goes away. That's interesting. 2-2. Nola winds up and delivers, and that's fouled off the foot of Ahmed. So he fouled off the last pitch, I guess. My screen froze, so. The count still remains at 2-2. 1 out. in the top of the fourth inning. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Ahmed. As Nola again stares at the signs from JT. Winds up and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. This side of the go, 91 miles per hour on the outside corner. And Ahmed was late. 2 up, 2 down for Nola in this fourth inning. 85 pitches. He definitely threw a lot in the second. And in the third, got into a little bit of some trouble to start off the inning by giving up back-to-back singles to Murphy and Conforto in reverse order. And then got Chapman to ground into a 5-3 double play. And Yastrzemski struck out to end the third inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Lee as we flip the lineup card and go back to the top of the order. 1-0 is the count. And the next pitch looked a little bit inside, but that's a called strike. Great, we're all at home together. Yes, we are. Should have used Tobias's head to ring the bell. Maybe would have scored a point. Come on, Warhog. You're funny. The 1-1 pitch. Good pitch thrown by Nola. Went with a knuckle curve at 12-6. And that just landed at the knees for a called strike to make it a 1-2 count. Lee popped out flew out to center and popped out to short in his first 2 at-bats. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts in a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Aaron Nola. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies lead it 3-2 against the Giants. Phoebe Cates. Who's Phoebe Cates? Who is Phoebe Cates? Maybe we're the age where we can play the pool scene in our heads at any time. Look at these conversations, man. Love them. Keep them coming, man. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're on for Phillies games, Sixers games, and Eagles games. A little backstory about me is I am from South Jersey. I went to Rowan University, graduated in the spring of 2022, and I graduated with a sports communication and media degree with a concentration in sports broadcasting. So I've been on here ever since December of 2022. I was interning at NFL Films right after I graduated for the 2022-23 season. That was really cool, but I loved calling games, and so I decided to start my own channel. I actually met Scott Fransky at a networking event back at Rowan. I still go to those events a lot, and he told me that you got to get reps. You have to get reps. If you're just calling one baseball game a week for a minor league team, like, that's really cool. But if you want to do this every day, you got to get reps. You have to do a 162. You have to do a 140. You got to get into the lab, and you got to call games. And same thing with basketball. I got to call G League basketball games for the Delaware Bluecoats, and that was really cool. I had some really great experiences, but the more games you call, the better. And that's why we started this channel in the first place, just to kind of get better at calling games and doing it for our favorite teams. So that way we can, build confidence and work more on the call while still studying other teams' players, but making more of the focus on the nuts and the bolts, which is the play-by-play itself. So that's my little backstory about me. And I've been trying to take a risk and, really trying to make you guys have a better alternate route of listening to a game, because I think that matters. With all due respect to some of the people that do the Manning cast, it's those are great, but we try to make it fun. All right, here's Rojas and the first pitch. Line drive, hit out over towards left center field. Lee tracks it down as he goes back to the track and makes the catch. How about that play by Lee? Rojas' counterpart able to show him how it's done out in center field as he slams into the wall. He had to turn over the shoulder and try to turn the glove upside down to make the catch. That was pretty insane. Lee shows that Rojas is not the only guy that has a lot of speed in this ballpark tonight. And Kyle Schwarber steps up to the box and takes the first pitch wide for ball one. Can't believe Rojas just lined out to center field. It was a good piece of hitting, too. The 1-0 pitch to Schwarber, and Hicks throws it on the outside corner for a strike. I wonder what his speed was of just getting towards the baseball. Man, he is quick. Just slammed right into the wall, right by the 409 sign, out in left center field. The next pitch, that's wide for ball two. Neil says, "What's up, Neil? You got this perfect voice for Phillies baseball games." Thank you. Appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch to Schwarber, and that's grounded over towards first place, played on the bounce by Wade Jr., flip back over to Hicks as he covers the bag, and there's 2 away. Trey Turner is now due up to bat for the Fightins. 74 pitches thrown by Hicks. And, well, so far, just 4 pitches in this inning alone. StatCast said that he ran 23.5 miles per hour. That's crazy. Trey Turner will come in, or come up to the plate, I should say, and the first pitch was down low for ball one. So Nola, I think that his night is done as he gets a pat on the back from Caleb Cotham and Rob Thompson in the City Connect uniforms. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the right side, and it gets by the second baseman Estrada into right field. And Turner gets on with a single. They're probably going to record it as just that. It just got under the glove of Estrada as he had to try to slide over towards his left side, and I think he overslid. Just regardless, was not able to make the play. And Turner gets a 2-out single. And the Phillies trying to capitalize once again on the Giants' defensive woes. Who didn't? Who didn't? It's Bryce Harper that's coming up to bat now for the Fightins. Hasn't seen a strike today against Hicks, and the throw back over to first, not in time to get Trey. Oh, Lee. That was an insane catch. Matt Strom is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen and will pitch the 5th inning. Nola had 89 pitches in 4 innings. Here's Harper in the box, first pitch, down low for ball one. The 1-0 pitch, and finally Harper looks at the first strike that he's seen all day against Hicks, and that's on the upper third of the zone for strike one. Phillies do have 4 hits today. One of them came in the first by Trey Turner. They had 2 in the third, and the other single was by Trey in this inning. The 1-1 pitch, and it's outside for ball two. The throw over the second is not in time by Murphy. Trey Turner able to get another stolen base on the season as he's in scoring position. And the count is 2-1 to Bryce. Trey certainly got a good jump. Actually, I don't even think he had a good jump there, but it was Murphy that stumbled just a little bit. He threw it from his knees, though, to his credit. And covering second base was the shortstop. As Harper comes up. Or Harper's still up to bat and takes the 2-1 pitch outside for ball 3. So Ahmed had to go cover second base. And Turner got on with a steal. The 3-1 pitch to Bryce. Swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4. It was low. And that's going to make the count full at 3-2. Wanted to see how many stolen bases Trey has on the season now. It's 10 stolen bases in 11 attempts. Payoff pitch coming up. And here it comes to Bryce. Fouled away. 97 miles per hour on the fastball that he threw there. Couldn't tell if it was a four-seamer or a sinker. Harper is hitting .303 this season with the count full. And he's looking to give the Phillies some insurance for right now with his black and blue batting gloves. The 3-2 on the way, and it's just up high for ball 4. Turner is rounding third. He's going to try to come in to score. The throw to the plate. It's not in time! The ball got by the catcher, Murphy. It hit the backstop. Turner was going over to third and came home, and the swipe was not in time by Hicks. So that's going to go down as a walk and an E2, and maybe even a wild pitch by Hicks. I don't know if the Giants are going to review this or not. It looks like that they're going to challenge this. So Turner was running over to third. As soon as ball 4 was thrown, the ball got by Murphy and hit the backstop. So, of course, Hicks had to go cover the plate. It actually hit off of his glove. It hit off of Hicks's glove. Hicks was thinking that a strikeout was going to be called. To be fair, he thought that a strikeout was going to be called. It should have been a strikeout, honestly. But he was standing down over there, and let's see if Turner was out at the plate. Hicks tried to tag him. A lot happened on that play. First of all, Harper, it should have been called strike 3. It bounced off the glove of Murphy, but Murphy was just standing there thinking that a third strike was going to be called, bounced off his glove, and he has to go get it. He really has to go get it. He does. But Turner was then coming home, and Hicks had to cover the plate. The tag was not in time. Hicks's tag was a little bit slow, I thought. But let's see if he tagged him on that left knee before Turner's right foot hit home plate. I don't know. They are reviewing this. Brian Walsh has the earpiece on. Just a lot happened there. It should have been called strike 3, but Murphy has to know better. So Turner's safe, and the call is confirmed. Phillies lead it 4-2. Wow, that is unbelievable. Turner was able to slide in there, got his right foot, and they didn't have any sort of conclusive evidence to overturn the call. Hicks tried to tag him with the glove on that, literally towards in between the ankle and the knee, the right knee. But Turner just was able to slide in there. Got it. Good slide, too, by Trey, man. 4-2, Philadelphia. Bohm is up to bat. Harper's still at first. Remember, he got on with a walk, and that should have ended the inning. And the first pitch to Bohm is down low for ball 1. So how did they score that? Curious to see how they scored that as. 1 ball, no strikes to Bohm. And the next pitch, down low again for ball 2. That was an evil giggle. It kind of was, I guess. It's all about perspective, I guess. 2 balls, no strikes. We're still in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the next pitch is way outside and low for ball 3. And you're wondering, well, the Giants had somebody warming up in the bullpen. Maybe this will be his last batter. Don't know. But would definitely be curious. They just said that Harper, Watt, and Turner scored. 3-0 pitch to Bohm, and that's taken for a strike. Now, also, what makes it more interesting is that Patrick Bailey, if you're wondering, left the game earlier in the 2nd inning. So that's why Murphy is playing at catcher, because he's backing them up, and that's why he's in. 3-1 pitch, grounder, hit over to shortstop. The flip over the second is in plenty of time, and a fielder's choice ground out ends the inning. The Phillies get another run, though, on a pass ball and a stolen base by Trey Turner. We'll call it that for now, but it's 4-2 Philadelphia as they get another run. Yep. They didn't really call it a stolen base technically on Trey. But I'd be curious to see how they rule it. I'm sure that there's gonna be some sort of a stat that comes up. Did I say Patrick Beverly? Patrick Bailey. Did I say Beverly? I figured that was going to happen. Stranger Things. That's a good show. But yeah, strange things happened right there. Ugly wins are still wins. That is definitely correct. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And that way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. The name, of course, is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Let's get over 100 likes in this chat tonight, baby. Come on. Come on, man. We already have 50 likes, I think. And 141 people on here. 69, actually, as we speak. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. We try to give you the nuts and the bolts of the play-by-plays, radio style, but also we allow you guys to interact on here because it's a lot of fun, man. Say hi to your biggest fan, Matt. Matt, what's up, Matt? How you doing? Larry's fan Matt is in the house, baby. I see Linda's here. I see D is here still. I see Matt Spencer is here. What's up, Matt, man? What's going on, Matt? First I thought that Larry was still driving Jen home, and I thought that maybe they ran into a guy named Matt or something. But I just realized, nope, Matt is in the chat. Turner, wow. I mean, it was a good heads-up play by Trey, but just so much had to go wrong there. Really. Not my fan, your fan. Okay. Love it. I love it how we have fans. I love our fans. Freak Nation, what's good? If you've been tuning in to all my Phillies casts, well, you are a Phillies freak. You are. You're a freak. You do freaky stuff. And if you guys do freaky stuff and you like it, hit the subscribe button. If you're an MLB freak like me, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. All right, first pitch in there for a strike as Matt Strahm is in there to pitch for Aaron Nola. Edmundo Sosa now takes over at shortstop, and I guess Turner left the game with an injury from sliding in at home plate. That's interesting. The 0-1 is outside for a ball. So Sosa comes in at short for Trey Turner. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 thrown by Strahm is on the outside corner for strike 2. They haven't said why he left the game. I haven't seen any sort of reports just yet, but we'll keep you updated. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies lead it 4-2, and the next pitch by Strahm. Swing and a miss. Or a foul ball. That was a foul ball. Sorry, the screen froze again. Foul ball. Foul ball. And, of course, it stops now. 1-2 on the way this time, and that's up high for ball 2. What's up, Seth? How you doing, man? What's up with these pitchers only going 4 innings? I just can't get used to it. Pitch counts. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is up high for ball 3. At 81 miles per hour. So Strahm came in to pitch for Aaron Nola. Nola today went 4 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, had 4 strikeouts and 4 walks allowed on 89 pitches. The payoff pitch by Strahm is coming. Here it is, and that time he gets the strikeout on a swing and a miss to Wade Jr. Back-to-back strikeouts for Phillies pitching. And Jorge Soler is coming up to bat. You are getting subscribers left and right, Hardcore for All. Yep. Well, that's what happens when the game is on Apple TV. It helps our channel. It does. First pitch to Soler as he takes that one. It was a curveball that's in there for a strike. Looked a little bit inside. But Walsh has other eyes. Okay, so they called the play a pass ball That's like what Trey Turner scored on. They don't record it as technically a stolen base and a pass ball. Next pitch is a swing and a miss. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. No balls and 2 strikes. Conforto waits in the on-deck circle. 1 out in the top of the 5th. And the 0-2 on the way. Popped up, hit out over towards the first base side. Harper says he has it. Moves over towards his right. Sidesteps and makes the catch for out number 2. Turner has been taken out of the game. He left with hamstring soreness. That's what they just confirmed, according to Matt Gelb and Tim Kelly, who cover the Phillies. Matt Gelb, of course, for The Athletic, just ruled it as left hamstring soreness for Trey Turner as he slid into home plate. So that's why he got taken out of the game. 2 outs. And now coming up to bat is Michael Conforto. First pitch is up high for a ball. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 5th inning. Strom gets set and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball was right down the pipe. Can you explain what a pass ball is? So if a ball should have been caught by the catcher, bounces off his glove, or her glove as well, even softball, they rule it as a pass ball. If the ball's not even close to the catcher, and it's way out of the zone or something, then it's a wild pitch. Because then that's on the pitcher. The 1-1, swing and a miss to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael Conforto. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a foul ball just went in and out of the glove of JT, Real Muto's glove. Conforto stays alive. Michael is hitting .271 lifetime against the Phillies with 23 homers and 73 runs batted in on 95 hits in 101 games. Played, of course, a lot with the Mets. Had 20 doubles as well throughout his career against the Titans. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strom closes the door to end the 5th inning. And the Phillies go to the bottom of the 5th as Strom skips over to home plate and does his little celebration as he walks back to the dugout. And the Phillies are coming back up to bat. They got Harper, Bohm, they got Bohm, Real Muto, and Marsh coming up to bat. Come on, man. And Bohm just ended the end, so it's JT, Marsh, and Castellanos. All right. That makes sense. Thank you. Good. I don't know if halftime is streaming. I don't know about that. Let's get 100 likes, man. You won't get rid of me now, JJ. Why won't I get rid of you? I wasn't going to. Unless you're somebody that I knew. I don't know. That sounds scary. You think the Sixers are going to learn about defensive rebounds from this year? Man, honestly, I'm still, I know everybody's now talking about the offseason and people were saying, well, the Sixers have a bright future ahead of them. I'm still not really there yet, man. I'll be honest. I think that it was a good series. It was a really good series. It was back and forth between both those teams, and the Knicks put up a good fight. It should have been at least a second-round matchup, a third-round matchup maybe. But it was just a good series. I really feel like that's how it was. Now, Tobias Harris, I think, is what lost them that last game. I think he was the number one reason why they lost. No points is unacceptable. It still is a bummer. It is. It absolutely is a bummer. But we get Toby's contract off of our hands, and we have more cap space next year. Don't know how we're going to use it. That's another question, and we can talk about that another day. But, yeah, you lost mainly because One of the reasons why was because Toby gave you nothing. No points. No points. That's a shame. So. But to their credit, they came back and they didn't just flat out give up, even when they were on that run. Sixers have bad karma now. I'm more positive, to be honest, like about the way that things are going to head for them, but it still sucks, like the way that they went out. Maxey took a big step this year. He's going to be a superstar next year. He really is. They have a good core, man. Let them gel. All right, so Sean Jelly is going to be pitching for the Giants as he comes on in relief for Hicks. His day is done. JT steps up to the plate and takes the first pitch wide and low for a ball. He did walk, and he's 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 pitch, and that's just at the knees for strike one. Jelly is 6'11", weighs 228 pounds, just has, will be 27, I should say, literally on Monday. The 1-1, that's in there for a strike as well. Does have a 4.5 ERA, just 3 strikeouts. Pitched his first outing on April 21st, and his last outing was on April 30th. From Minnesota, and was a Giants second-round pick back in 2018. 1-2 pitch, and that's fouled away. It is embarrassing on a Max player. It is. It's a shame, but he's literally off our hands now. You know? He's off their hands. 1-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And JT fouls it into the glove of Murphy, and I think he thought that maybe he had 2 strikes or something because he paused for a quick second. So, yeah, Turner, in case you're wondering, after he scored on a passed ball from second base, it was on a walk by Bryce Harper. He ended up getting tagged out and left the game with a hamstring issue. Brandon Marsh will step up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch low. Got a 2-run single and a stolen base as well. The 1-0 on the way. That's outside for ball 2. The stolen base and the 2-run single were back in the bottom of the third to give the Phillies a 3-2 lead. 2-0 on the way, swing and a miss. The count is now 2-1. Well, I'm going back to the Rays game. I see that it was a 7-3 game in the third, and now it's 9-7 against the Mets. And the Mets are up to bat. It's in the top of the 6th. The tying run is up. There was a swing and a miss to Brandon Marsh. Jelly, the 6'11 pitcher, gets set and throws the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts thrown by Jelly. And Marsh is told to sit down. Two starters at 0 points. Well, to be fair, Lowry only played like 11 minutes. Harris played, 27, 28? Castellanos with a high bouncer over to third base, and it just rolls foul over towards Chapman's way. Giants today, they had a 2-0 lead, and then their defensive woes really did come back to bite them. An error over at third by Chapman. It was on a Nick Castellanos ground ball, but that didn't come back to bite them. But there was another one that he made where he could not catch a pop-up over towards the outfield grass. And the Phillies were able to capitalize on that. They also got an extra run in the last inning on the pass ball. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch, swing and a miss to Nick Castellanos. Just hitting a 183. He does have 2 homers and 9 RBI on the season. And the 0-2, swing and a miss. And Jelly strikes out the side. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies still have a 4-2 advantage against San Francisco. Tom Murphy, Matt Chapman, and Mike Yastrzemski are all coming up to bat for the Giants when they return. Correct, Mike. Man, he did good there, man. Did really good there. Gotta say. Yep, 9-7. That's really crazy. Mets actually had a sac fly that was hit by Marte to make it 9-4. It was really 9-3. Rosarina had a home run that was 445 feet. Lindor then had a 2-run double after the sac fly by Marte in the 5th, and then Pete Alonso had an RBI double. So it's been a high-scoring game there at Tropicana Field. If you are new, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get over 100 likes. That'd be even more impressive. Let's get a lot of likes on here, man. And hit that subscribe button as well. Wants to get to 2,150 subscribers. Have 139 people on here watching. If you guys know of other people that can't have access to the game, make sure you tell them about this channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Try to give you guys a very good professional quality radio play-by-play call because that's what I want to do. I want to go into play-by-play, and we cover Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football on here. Sip of water time. All right. Next inning, I think I'm going to take a quick step off. Jelly's ERA now is at 3.86. Coming into today was at 4.5. I wanted to also mention, too, that he has been with the Giants at the big league level since 2022. Last year, though, in 15 games, he had a 2-1 record and went 29 innings at a 6.52 ERA. That was probably the best inning he's pitched, arguably in the Giants uniform. First pitch, that's on the inside corner for a called strike. There's Pat Burrell, the hitting coach for the San Francisco Giants, of course, a former Philly as well. Won 2 World Series, one with the Phillies and one with the SF Giants, San Francisco Giants, that is. The 0-1, swing and a miss. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Tom Murphy is batting, and the 0-2 on the way, and that's fouled off. Yes, I did. Yep, I mentioned it. It's pretty dark out. Sir Anthony Dominguez on the bump for the Phils. The leg kick and the pitch. Here it comes. And that one gets away from JT. Thank goodness nobody was on base because that would have been a wild pitch. Sir Anthony, in 12 games, has a 9.58 ERA. He's been really struggling this year. Opponents are batting .326 against him. The 1-2 ground ball played on the bounce over at third by Bohm. Sets his feet, throws over to first across the diamond, and Murphy is out. Showing the replay of Bradledge and the whole pile of Phillies players, including Pat Burrell, just leaping up over on the mound as soon as they won the World Series against the Rays. The pitch on the way. That's taken for a strike. To Matt Chapman. The 0-1. That one misses outside for a ball. Murphy grounded out over to third. We're in the top of the 6th. Phillies lead it 4-2. 1 out, bases empty. Chapman with the pitch, and he slices that one foul right behind the plate. That ended Lidge hurt his knee. He hurt his knee from that? Is that true? Because nobody really has talked about that. I've never heard that, seriously. He had a good year next year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dominguez gets set at the letters and throws it wide for ball 2. Chapman in 224 has 4 homers and 14 RBI, the 2-2 pitch, and that's outside and low again for ball 3. Pat's now 47 years old. He'll be 48 in October. His spouse, of course, was Michelle Burrell. The 3-2 on the way. Strike 3. And Sir Anthony Dominguez able to get the second out recorded in this inning. And Chapman strikes out. Well, he was swinging at a pitch that was on the inside corner. All right, so first pitch to Yastrzemski. Ground ball hit back up the middle. Flipped over by Turner over to first, and Harper dropped it. Or by Sosa over to first base, because Sosa came in for Trey. And Harper dropped it as he tried to make the catch over at first. And that's going to be recorded as an E3. It hit off the top of the hill. Sosa had to dig it out. The throw was made, and it was maybe a little bit wide, honestly. It was a little bit over towards his left. I didn't see that initially in real time. But now it's Thairo Estrada's turn to bat. See, again, it wasn't a bad play. Thought maybe the throw was a little bit over towards Harper's left. And again, Sosa's, it's not really his natural position to play over at shortstop. Next pitch, swinging and a miss. Sir Anthony Dominguez has been firing at 97 miles per hour. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see what they recorded that as. Thairo had a 2-run double, and that was how both runs were scored by the Giants. The pitch, and that gets away from JT. It was way outside, and Yaz jogs on in over to second base. He's in scoring position. So they ruled it as a throwing error by Sosa. And I guess I can see why. The throw was a little bit off over towards Harper's left side. 1-2 on the way, and it's down low. It was an 0-2 count, and now it's a 2-2 count. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The leg kick and the pitch. Here it comes, and it's fouled away over towards the third base side. So Pat Burrell, as we were talking about, he's the hitting coach for the San Francisco Giants, had 292 career homers, 976 career RBI. Of course, won the Golden Spikes Award back in '98. He's a member of the Phillies Wall of Fame and a 2-time World Series champion in '08 and '10. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Castellanos tracks it down, and he'll make the catch, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 man left, and we go to the bottom of the 6th in Philadelphia at the bank. Okay. All right, be right back. Elvis was Pat's dog? Huh? I didn't know that. I also didn't know. First of all, I did know this, but if you are new to my channel, if you didn't know, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. That was a play on words there. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. That way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. If you are a part of this channel, if you are tuning in for the first time and you love the Phillies, or if you love baseball, well, you're a freak with a capital P and a capital H. You're welcome. Join Freak Nation and hit the subscribe button as well. Really didn't know that. Bryson Stott is up to bat. It's no balls, one strike. Jelly is pitching his second inning of work, and the 0-1 is fouled away. Stott, Rojas, and Schwarber all due up to bat for the Fightins. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock to Bryson Stott. He's wearing the yellow and blue City Connect batting gloves, and the 0-2 is wide for ball one. I didn't know this, but Pedro Guerrero, who was the assistant hitting coach for the Giants, was a 5-time All-Star. I didn't know that. The 1-2, and that's down low and inside for ball two. Had no clue. Had 215 lifetime homers. 2-2 on the way. It's slapped over to the third base side, and it's just a foul ball. Chapman tried to backhand it, but it was in foul ground. Yeah, so he was a first baseman and an outfielder who got to play with the Dodgers and the Cardinals. He's now 67 years old. 5-time All-Star, won a World Series, and was a World Series MVP back in '81. Two on the way. That's fouled off again. 19 pitches by Jelly. Came on to pitch the bottom of the fifth. He's pitching the bottom of the sixth here to Bryson Stott. Like, your typos crack me up. 2-2 pitch, ground ball hit over towards the third base side. Backhanded spinning and turning is Chapman, and fires over to first, and Stott is retired. That was a very good play by Matt Chapman. He had to go over towards his left side, play a ground ball, spin, and fire a strike over to first base, and he was able to do so successfully. Stott was out by about maybe less than half a step. Nice play. Yohan Rojas got robbed on a hit his last time up as he hit it to straightaway center field. And it was caught by Lee. He'll foul the first pitch off, though. He's looking to try to get on base again. He's had a hot bat lately. The 0-1 just, they called it a strike. It's a little bit low, but that's been called a strike tonight by Brian Walsh. Rays now lead at 10-7 against the Mets in the top of the seventh. Lots of scoring there. 0-2 is the count. The fans in the stands with some popcorn. The pitch on the way, and that's low and outside for ball one. Any of you guys cotton candy people? I'm not really a cotton candy person. Like, I don't really get it. Like, what's so good about cotton candy? I'm curious. 1-2 pitch, ground ball, hit over towards second base. Estrada has it and throws over to first. And there's the second out recorded. You tried that, that's what counts. Pedro Guerrero had a Hall of Fame level peak. It just didn't last long enough. Mike Green says, I love it, but it's diabetes on a stick. I don't know. I don't really like the texture. I like peanuts myself, says Joe Sureski. What's up, Mr. Sureski? Kyle Schwarber's up to bat for the Fightins, and he takes the first pitch at the knees for strike one. Kyle is 0 for 3, reached on an error, also scored a run as well, back in the third inning. The 1-1. That's down low. Ryan Kirkering is getting warmed up now in the Phillies bullpen. So the count is 1-1 to Schwarber. Jelly gets set and delivers the pitch, and that's fouled away. Not a fan of cotton candy myself. I'm not really a big fan of it. I've always wondered, like, what's so good about it, like, to those people that do enjoy it. Like, it's nice to have differences and that type of stuff, but what am I missing out on? The 1-2 the Schwarber, swing and a miss. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out, so Jelly comes in. He pitches 2 innings. He struck out the side in the 5th and is able to get another 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 6th as we go to the top of the 7th at the bank. Phillies up 4-2 against the San Francisco Giants. So is everybody on here? Everybody on here that that is like subscribed to my channel, do we all just don't like cotton candy? Is that what we all really have in common? Is that really is? Tristan says cotton candy is sugar. Hated it as a kid, but now I kind of like it. Well, Tristan, we've had a lot of people that have just said that they don't like it, so guess what? Goodbye. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. You're missing out on pure sugar. That makes sense. Wanda's here. Whiz, wit, and a beat. If you are new, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Alpha Gang, do your thing. Phillies lead at 4-2. We're going to the top of the 7th. In case you are just tuning in, the Phillies were down 2-0. Aaron Nola only lasted 4 innings today and was not his sharpest at all whatsoever. He got into a lot of jams, especially in that 2nd inning. He actually ended up walking 4 batters in just the 2nd inning. He had 5 total walks, and that was not a good outing. 8 men came up to the plate, and he allowed a 2-run double to Tyro Estrada. Phillies were able to get 3 back, though, in the bottom of the 3rd on an RBI single by Alec Bohm and a 2-run single by Brandon Marsh. And that was against Hicks, who was on the mound for the Giants. They would also get 1 more run in the the bottom of the 4th inning on a pass ball that would allow Trey Turner to score, and then Turner ended up leaving the game with left hamstring soreness. JJ will ban you for not liking cotton candy. That's exactly right. No, kidding. All right, so we're still talking about cotton candy. All right, cool. Cool stuff. While their hands are blue or red stained from cotton candy, we are wearing cheese on our shirts from the nachos. I like that. Andrew says that he liked it when I was under 12, but never stood test of time. Taste buds changed. Is that what happened? First pitch is in there for a strike. Nick Ahmed is up to bat. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The former Diamondback hitting in the 9th spot. And the 0-1 thrown by Kirkering is upstairs for ball 1. Orion in 6 games has yet to allow a run. He's gone 6 2/3 with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks. Opponents are hitting 100 against him. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball it back up the middle for a base hit. And Rojas gets over to it and throws it back in towards the infield, and there's a leadoff single delivered by Nick Ahmed against Kirkering. Cotton candy and saltwater toffee, not a fan. Or taffy. Come Eagles preseason, will you be doing preseason games? I won't be doing preseason games, but I will be doing regular season games for sure. First pitch to Jung Hoo Lee is taken for a strike. Lee had a really nice catch to rob Yohan Rojas on an extra base hit. And that was back in the 4th inning. The 0-1 on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike at 85 miles per hour. Good movement on the slider. If you go to Citi Field, you got to have Shake Shack Burger in the Hyundai Club. I like Shake Shack. That sounds good. We should do that. Next time we come up to see you in New York, we should do that. Let's do it. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. Orion Kirkering not wasting any time. Gets the signs from JT, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Hit by Lee. Another just 4 innings of for the Golden. So they said that he ran, Lee, 28.3. Well, it was a very quick graphic, so I apologize. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is outside for ball 2. Covered a lot of ground, though, they said. That was like the quickest graphic I ever saw. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lee. Runner over at first. Lee's the tying run, and the 2-2 is poked foul once again, and Lee stays alive. It's already 9:02. This game got started at 6:40. It's been a long game so far. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the next pitch, it's grounded foul over towards the first base side. Camden Yards has some of the best roast beef sandwiches. I've been to Camden Yards. I've never had a sandwich there, but that does sound good. Giants today and the Phillies combined have 9 hits. The 2-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Stott has it. Throws over to first. Not in time. He took a glance over to second to see if he could get the lead runner out. And Lee, to his credit, was able to hustle. And Stott threw it over to first. And Lee beat out the throw. And Stott had a right to look over at second, I thought. He had to turn 180. And just threw it over to first. Are the Phillies going to review this, though? Let's see. Is he out? That's the question. I think he just beat it. Good Yep. Good job by him. Give him credit for that. So that will put him over at first. And Lamont Wade Jr. will step into the box as he takes a strike at the knees for strike 1. He's singled and walked today, but his 1 for 2 is the 0-1 coming up. Here it is, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. In the eyes of Walsh, a little bit outside. But regardless, the count is 0-2. Go-ahead run up at the plate. 2 runners on base. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. And rounding third as Marsh tries to throw it over to home plate. The throw was drawn, and staying put over at third base is Ahmed. And that's going to make the bases loaded for the Giants, who are getting some home cooking done. And Jorge Soler is up to bat. It was a off-speed pitch that didn't really have a lot of break to it. And Wade went the opposite way, kept his head down, followed through with the swing. And he's aboard over at first. So they said that Lee reached on an infield single. That's what they recorded it as, and I thought that that's what the ruling was going to be. That's now 3 singles in a row allowed by Orion. Are soft pretzels not a thing anymore in Philadelphia? Oh, my gosh, of course they are. That and cheesesteaks? Yes. Giants have 3 straight singles off of Orion Kirkering, and Caleb Cotham tries to calm him down with everybody on the infield rallying up towards the mound. And Walsh tells everybody to break it all up. And Cotham runs back into the dugout. I love Philly salt pretzels. Y'all are making me hungry. This is beautiful. Base is juiced. Nobody out. Soler up at the plate, first pitch, and it's outside and over towards the dirt for ball 1. Jorge's 0 for 3. He's gone hitless today with a fly out, a foul out, and a pop out. Ahmed's at third. Lee's at second. Wade Jr.'s at first. The 1-0 on the way. Fouled off the foot of Jorge Soler. Don't forget the water ice. What's that? Oh, water ice. Water ice. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 upstairs at 96. Kerkering having a hard time against these Giants hitters. 17 pitches, and the 2-1 to Soler. Here it is. Broken background ball. Hit over to second base. And Sosa tags the bag for 1 to throw over to first in time. That's going to be a 6-3 double play, but Ahmed does score. And the runner from second goes over to third, so it is not an RBI, just a double play, a 6-3 double play that was hit by Jorge Soler. You got to get out of the way, too, of the bat. It was headed over towards the third base side. Thank goodness it was nowhere near Sosa. And Michael Conforto is looking to tie the game. And Kerkering throws the first pitch wide. And the green screen that they have on Apple TV is just so not appealing to the eye. I'll say it that way. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards right field. It's going back towards the track. Castellanos, does he have room? He does, and makes the catch. Just in front of the electronic sign, the former out-of-town scoreboard. He barely had enough room, and Conforto barely missed a home run. And that's going to end the inning. The Giants get 1 run, though. And it's now a 4-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time at the bank. Wow. His back was basically just touching the fence. And he had to track it down, look up, and he caught it and made the squeeze. All right. We're in the bottom of the 7th now. Correct? We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. All right. We'll do this. All right, so it is time now for our Phillies trivia question of the day. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. Here's what I want to know, man. All right. We're going to ask you this. Let's see. Where's a good one? Who was? Okay, we were talking about the 2008 World Series, okay? Does anybody know who was the youngest pitcher for the Phillies in the 2008 World Series? That's our trivia question of the day. Who was the youngest pitcher in that 2008 World Series? Anybody know? Don't all chime in at once. Who was the youngest pitcher on the Phillies in the 2008 World Series? Cole Hamels. Good job. Good job. Cole is now 40 years old, so that would mean that at the time he was 25. Yep. 24, really, because his birthday was in December. All right, first pitch, and that's in there for a strike to Edmundo Sosa. Came on to play for Trey Turner, who got injured sliding into home plate with a hamstring problem. The 0-1, and that's fouled away. Cole was 13. No balls and 2 strikes. Pedro Feliz. Y'all are funny. I know you guys. Pedro Feliz was a third baseman, not a pitcher. The 0-2, that's fouled off. I said youngest pitcher for the Phillies. No balls, 2 strikes, 4-3 Phillies in the bottom of the 7th. Sosa at the plate, and the next pitch, and that's down low for a ball. So, forgot to mention, and this is totally my fault, but Jackson is now pitching for the Giants. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. That is Luke Jackson. And I think Lomball said, look better in a Braves jersey. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch. That's downstairs and outside. Luke Jackson, of course, used to play for the Atlanta Braves from 2017 to 2021. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sosa at the dish. And the next pitch. Line drive over the second baseman's head. Estrada into center field. It just was out of reach. He tried to leap up and make the catch. Lee gets to it, and Sosa gets aboard with a leadoff single. Maybe if Estrada was just a little bit taller, he may have been able to make the play. It's Bryce Harper's turn to bat. He has walked each time he has come up to the plate today. 3 walks for Bryce. And the first pitch, and that is just taken low. According to Walsh, it was a good curveball thrown by Luke Jackson, but it was at the knees. Oh, I was talking about Cole, but Luke works too, says Lomball. That's funny. What's up, Lomball? How you doing, man? Thanks so much for coming on. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. Jackson gets the signs in the pitch and throws a fastball right down Broad Street for a called strike. Sometimes I like to say Broadway or Broad Street because it's a Philly thing, you know? You know that the Philly Fanatic is 6'6"? 6 feet 6 inches tall? I didn't know that. The 1-1, here it comes, and that's chopped foul. They just pulled that up on Apple TV, and I had no idea that that's how tall the Philly Fanatic was. Figured he was tall, but 6'6", like, you think about Joel Embiid or, I don't know, like Tobias Harris, like, that's Tobias's height right there. That's crazy. That's as tall as Aaron Judge. 1-2 pitch to Harper. Here it comes. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. It's going to stay in the yard, though. And Conforto gets under it to make the catch as he catches the can of corn for out number 1. Didn't really have to move much. There's the first out. In costume or out of costume, says Tristan. Now that's funny. I'm saying the costume itself, like that's pretty impressive. New sub here to the Phillies. Phillies fan since 1970 and was 10 years old. Bohm with the first pitch. He'll foul that one back. Thank you, Wayne, for coming on here. Went to my first game at 10 and paid $2.50 for the 700 level at the Vets. That's unbelievable. I like that. The ball is 1 strike to Bohm, and the pitch. Ground ball hit off the glove of the pitcher, and the underhanded toss over to first is in plenty of time. So Jackson just deflected it, and he had to run over towards the left side of the mound, and he got over towards the baseball and made an underhanded throw over to first to get the second out of the inning. And Bob Melvin and the trainer are going to go out to check up on him to see if he is okay. Everybody on the infield is going to check on him too. So it actually hit him right on the back of the right butt cheek, literally. That's what happened. It deflected right off of him, and well, glad he's okay. Luke Jackson, that is. Sometimes, like when they pan over really quickly and they just switch shots, you just see that the ball gets deflected and you couldn't see in real time how it was deflected. But yeah, hit him right on the gluteus maximus. But seriously, says Sean. What's up, Sean? 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. So Sosa did go over to second, mind you. JT is up to bat. 2 outs. The first pitch to JT is taken down low and in the dirt for ball 1. Phillies game got started at 6:40. And by the time the third inning was over, it was 8 o'clock. The 1-0 to JT. And, well, he went around, said the home plate umpire. It was a called strike anyways. Pitch was low on another curveball. Pitcher looks back over at second, now back to the plate. Then Jackson fires a 95-mile-per-hour pitch that JT was laid on. It was on the upper third of the zone, and JT couldn't catch up to it. JT grounded into a 1-4-3 ground out in the first. He walked in the third and struck out his last time up in the fifth. The 1-2 on the way. Popped up over towards the first base side, over towards the line. And Wade gets under it, makes the catch in foul ground, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit. It was a leadoff single by Edmundo Sosa. He gets stranded over at second, and we head to the top of the 8th. Phillies lead at 4-3 against the Giants. So I guess you call that a foul out to first. All right, if you are new, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. The name, of course, is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are live for every Phillies game, every Sixers game, and Eagles game as well. We're also going to be doing, I said this before, but we are going to also try to do some other sports, especially during the Olympics. I want to try to do some tennis, like on the radio. If you ever listen to a tennis game on the radio, it is so different than on TV because the play-by-play announcers are obviously silent on TV because you can see the action. But on the radio, oh my gosh, like forehand, backhand, and it's just like all, you can't see what's going on. So the play-by-play announcer is the eyes and the ears. And I kind of wanted to try that during the summer, and we're also going to be doing USA basketball as well. JJ, did you hear Wheeler say that he doesn't like changing his every 5th day routine? Rob better listen. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't really take that. I take it with a grain of salt, to be honest. I really do. Rob, you guys know how Rob is. If he uses a lot of pitchers, then why not go to a 6-man rotation? How much does that really change? I mean, I don't really know like the ins and the outs of how he assesses every day when it comes to his pitching mechanics and what he does, but I don't know. The way that I look at it, and I don't like to say it like this, but everybody had to get adjusted to the pitch clock last year, and you know, you have to be willing to adapt and do what's best for the team. So, I listened to Rhino before JJ. It is a lot different. Really? You listened to Rhino before me? I didn't know that. I have seats in 301, where it's always fun for Sunday's game unless we get rained out. You can go to a 6-man rotation, but you got to pitch Wheeler every 5th day. Well, but then you're throwing off the other guys, and I don't like that. Jeff Hoffman is going to come in to pitch for the Phillies. He has a 1.29 earned run average, and the first pitch is in there for a strike at 97 miles per hour. We'll get to his stats, more on his stats in just a few seconds. Tom Murphy, who's up to bat, came in for Patrick Sandoval. Or Patrick Bailey, I should say. It's the first, as the next pitch is going to make it a 1-1 count. Patrick Bailey was catching for the Giants, and then left the game in the bottom of the second inning. 1-2 pitch, or the 1-1, and that's in there for strike 2. Apologize again about the technical difficulties. This screen just keeps freezing. I can't understand why. Murphy swung on and missed on a curveball. That's how the count is 1-2. Next pitch coming up by Hoffman, and it's low and outside for ball 2. And Murphy says no thank you to the offer. Bob Nightingale just tweeted out, quote, "The streak is over. The Colorado Rockies, for the first time in the season, never trailed in a game, winning." And the next pitch is down low for ball 3. 3-2 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. The streak ends after an MLB record of 31 games. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. A fastball right down the pipe. And Jeff Hoffman records the first out of the 8th inning. Good job by Hoffman to just go with a fastball. Thought maybe Murphy was going to catch up to it, but he was definitely late. And there's the first strikeout of the inning. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get to over 100 likes. First pitch, and that is delivered to Matt Chapman. It's in there for a strike, just at the knees. Matt's 0 for 2. He also has 2 errors today on the defensive side of the diamond. And the 0-1 coming up. Here it is. And it's on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Another slider that, or a curveball, I should say, that Hoffman decided to go with. Joby, what's going on, Joby? Hoffman looks over at third, takes a very quick breath. Now back to the plate, gets the signs, kicks, delivers the pitch. Strike 3 called. Just on the upper third of the zone. Chapman got frozen up and will go back to the dugout looking on strikes. And with another fastball, he threw him 2 straight curveballs, and Hoffman decided to just utilize his toolbox and go with a fastball that just rung up Chapman to get caught looking. Yastrzemski is due up to bat, and he takes it down low. Mike hitting .231 as 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. The 1-0 delivery, and that time it's low for ball 2 by Jeff Hoffman. So again, in case you are just tuning in, the Phillies had Aaron Nola go today. He went 4 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and had 4 walks allowed and 4 strikeouts on 89 pitches. 2-0 on the way. Check swing, did he go? Third base umpire says no. That's DJ Rayburn. Matt Strom then came on in relief for the Phillies, and the Phillies bullpen today has gone 3 2/3 of an inning. The 3 hits that were allowed were on singles by Kerkering. And the next pitch, the 3-0, here it comes. And that's taken for a strike. Also 5 strikeouts for the Phillies bullpen. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch coming by Hoffman as he winds up and delivers. Swing and a miss. Nationals have a 9-3 lead. Wow. Against Toronto. It's in the bottom of the 8th there. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Yastrzemski. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Jeff Hoffman able to strike out the side. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, Phillies lead at 4-3. Marsh due up when we return. Man, that was some high heat on that fastball. Pretty impressive. I have seats in 301. I think I read that. Always scary when the bats are quiet and you have to rely on the pen, says Sean. Well, when it comes to this team this season, I think that your analysis is correct. Please tack on 3 to 4 more runs. That would be nice. The A's just called up, I don't know who this is. They just called up a third baseman who's in 289. And he's slashing 289, 418, and 456 in AAA. Huh. They've activated infielder J.D. Davis and selected Brett Harris. Harris was a 7th-round pick for the A's in the 2021 draft. And Baseball America, according to MLBTradeRumors.com, they ranked him as the number 30th prospect in the club system in 2022. JJ, I listened to Rhino when he did tennis. Oh, got you. Okay, I got you. I understand. I was wondering, wait, what the heck happened? I was like, wait, I thought you listened to me first. But yeah, that makes sense now. Yes, if you are new, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icon so that way you know when I go live. I want to look at my YouTube count to see how many people we have on here. 154 people on here watching. 77 likes. We got to get to 100, man. Come on, we're slacking. We're at 91. Okay, good. I had to refresh it. So, apologize about the technology. Win today and tomorrow. The Taiwan experience Sunday night is going to be a bumpy ride. One day at a time, man. One day at a time. One game at a time. Brandon Marsh is going to come up to bat, and he takes the first pitch at the knees for strike one. All right, let's do this again. The 0-1 to Marsh, and that's just outside. So Taylor Rogers is pitching for the San Francisco Giants. The 33-year-old from Denver, Colorado, has a 4.35 earned run average and 9 strikeouts this season. The 1-1 on the way, just on the top part of the strike zone for a called strike at 94. Marsh is 1 for 3 lifetime against Rogers with 2 walks. The 1-2 pitch and a good hold by Marsh. As he held his horses, it was down low and outside. Oh, you're the one who got me into the streamers. That's what I thought, but you put it the other way. That's why I got confused. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called right down Broadway. There's Dave Dombrowski over in the Phillies press box. And just saw Brandon Marsh strike out looking. That's what I thought it was. So Rogers with a 1.16 whip. Batters are hitting .225 against him in about 10 in the third of an inning. And Castellanos will try to solve him as he takes the first pitch for strike one. Casty actually has a 5 for 10, 500 average and 10 at-bats. So he's 5 for 10 against him. The 0-1, that was inside, and it's a called strike. And Castellanos says, come on, man. Come on, Walsh. And Walsh was like, it was a strike. What? Harper's chirping some words, too, in the dugout, but Casty would take a very quick step out because he had to call for time because he was arguing. The ball's 2 strikes, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Castellanos strikes out. So we'll head on back over towards the dugout with the bat underneath his left armpit as he takes off the left batting glove. And due up next is Bryson Stott. Back-to-back strikeouts for Taylor Rogers. As I mentioned before, he's 33 years old. And it's Bryson Stott's turn to bat. Takes it low for ball 1. Did we get to 100 likes yet? Did we get there? We're at 96. 4 more. 4 more, baby. We got to get to 100. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. Yeah, I do that a lot. It's like I'm having a conversation with you, not a chat. See, that's what... I got to highlight that comment. Because that's what it's all about on here, guys. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch on the outside corner for a strike. That's what it's all about. These are conversations. Rogers gets set, winds up, and delivers. Throws it wide for ball 3. Lots of fans in attendance tonight at CBP. The 3-1 on the way. And that is swung on and missed for strike 2. The count is full to Bryson Stott. Phillies looking to try to get somebody on base to get some more insurance. The 3-2 on the way. Line drive into center field for a base hit. And Bryson Stott gets on with a single as Lee tries to gobble it up. And Stott is able to win the battle against Taylor Rogers. It's the first time that Stott has gotten on base today. Phillies have 5 or 6 different guys in their lineup that have gotten a hit today. Yohan Rojas is one of the 3 that has gone hitless. So for 3, and Rojas takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1 at 93 on the gun. When I talk to the screen, JJ never responds. I have to type these stupid words. You're funny. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1. Line drive over towards the right field side. It is a foul ball. Rojas wasn't even running, and it almost was a fair ball, so he dodged that. I think he thought it was fouled away. We have some breaking news that the Padres have just acquired Luis Suarez from the Marlins over at second base. No balls, 2 strikes. That was reported by Jeff Passan. And Rojas calls for time. I wonder what the trade was for, but the Padres, man, putting him at second. Wow. That's a big move. He's hitting .299 this season. Doesn't have the average like he did last year, but still is hitting really well. No balls, 2 strikes. Rogers looks back at first, and the 0-2, that's way outside. But a good job by Murphy to shuffle his feet to keep Bryson Stott over at first base so that it didn't get away from him. Stupid is stupid does life is like a box of JJ. Stupid is... oh my gosh. The 1-2, and that's the way outside for ball 2. And Stott is able to swipe second base as he dives in without a throw. He's in scoring position. Good job by him. The Marlins really are trading Luis Suarez. Wow. 2-2 is the count. Rogers gets set at the belt. Kicks, fires the pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. And Rojas goes down looking, and that's the end of the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Giants. Phillies looking to shut the door and take game 1 of this 4-game set in Philadelphia. And that's really crazy. Thought that they found Toby walking to the airport. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 100. Did we get to 100 yet? Come on. Did we get to 100? We have 172 people on here watching. My name is Jason Joseph, by the way. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're at 102 likes. Let's go, baby! Love it. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm on for Phillies baseball. We also do 76ers basketball and Eagles football as well. I try to give you a really good quality, professional quality of play-by-play. And I'm happy that you guys have found us. I really, really am. I try to give you a radio-style play-by-play. I want to go into broadcasting. That's really what this is all about. And I know tonight's game is on Apple TV, so we have more people that are here on YouTube, more than usual. But it's good for the channel because we get to market ourselves that way. So it's great. It's really, really great. So, yeah, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And, yeah, I appreciate the contributions. If you guys want to donate to the channel as well, you're more than welcome to do so. You guys obviously don't have to do that, but you can hit the super chat button down below. If you are tuning in on Facebook, Twitch, or formerly known as Twitter, X, you can come on over to YouTube if you want. I'm not reading your comments because I don't have access to do that right now, but you can come on over to YouTube and type in play-by-play with JJ, and you're more than welcome to come on and talk to us that way. But yes, if you are on YouTube, if you guys like what you hear, you're more than welcome to donate via Super Chat. So, you'll be better than the ESPN garbage Sunday night for sure, says Sean. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Yes. I like that. Thank you. That's great. Yes. All right, so Jose Alvarado's going to go out there to pitch the top of the ninth inning, and the first pitch is a fastball at 97, looked a little bit low, and Estrada is looking over at Brian Walsh, and he says, that's a strike, and Walsh nods his head yes, and Estrada steps back into the box and says, all right, so be it. No balls, one strike, and Alvarado gets set at the belt. The pitch. Line drive it over towards the first base side. Goes into right field for a base hit. Castellanos spins and turns. Throws it into second. And the throw is cut off. It's a single, a leadoff single that's hit by Thairo Estrada, who just continues to be a hitting machine for San Francisco. He had a 2-run double to give the Giants a 2-0 lead in the top of the second inning. That was a pretty good piece of hitting by him. Now it's Nick Ahmed's turn to come on up, and the pitch to Ahmed. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Rojas tracks it down, and he'll make the catch as he goes running in towards home plate. And there's one away. So just a couple of pitches, one out, and a runner over at first. We go back to the top of the order. And it's Lee's turn to bat. He got on with an infield single his last time up on a very good awareness, because Ahmed got on with a single and was hit over towards the first base side. Started to play it on the ground ball, look over to second, and Lee was able to beat out the throw. First pitch to Lee on the outside corner for a strike at 97 miles per hour. Wayne, thanks so much for the donation. Appreciate it. JJ, thank you for the great play-by-play. Enjoying it, my friend, so far. The 0-1 pitch. That's on the upper third of the zone for strike two. Enjoying my first day with you and looking forward to many more. We love it, Wayne. Oh, we love it, Wayne. No balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado gets set at the belt. He looks back over at first base. Now back to the plate. And the pitch from the stretch. Here it is. Bouncer. Hit over to shortstop. And Sosa throws over to first. And he just is able to gun out the Lee over at first base. And the Giants are down to their final out. Over at second base is Estrada. And the Phillies just need one more out to get the W and shut the door. The screen froze, and now we're back. Thank you so much, Wayne. I appreciate the super chat, man. It means a lot to me. If you guys did have a super chat, I do apologize if I missed it somehow, some way. Hopefully I didn't miss any of yours. All right, so up to bat now. It will be Wilmer Flores, who's going to pinch hit for the Giants here. Comes in to pinch hit for Lamont Wade Jr., and Flores takes a strike on the top part of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 by Alvarado, and that's at the knees at 98 miles per hour on the inside corner for strike 2. Everybody's standing on their feet in their sweaters and jackets in this 55-degree cold weather. The 0-2 on the way, and that's fouled off. It was a pitch that was high, and Flores stays alive. Homer's now 32 years old, former Mets player, batting .239 with 10 RBI with the Giants this season. No balls, 2 strikes, tying run at second, the 0-2, up high again for a ball. Evan, thank you so much for donating, appreciate it. That was really nice, man, thank you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alvarado again gets set at the belt, looks back at first, and now back to the plate, the 1-2 pitch, just misses inside. And the count is even up at 2 apiece. Oh, D, thank you for the donation. Thank you, D. Thank you guys, man. Seriously, I appreciate it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado looks back at second and kicks, delivers the next pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that's the ball game. The Phillies win 4-3. And Jose Alvarado closes the door in the 9th. Phillies able to come out victorious. And they win it 4-3. And that's how they start off the series with a bang. 55 ain't cold. This is Philly, but at this time of the year, it's cold. Like in May, that is kind of cold, man. Like for May weather, that's what I'm saying. Oh boy! Thank you guys so much for tuning in on here. Thank you all so much for the super chats. That's really nice. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. Wayne, thank you for yours. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Evan. Shout out to D. Shout out to all of you guys who were on here tuning in tonight and found our channel. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons. And that's pretty much it, man. I wanted to give a little bit of analysis. The Phillies bullpen tonight was really, really good. They were really sharp. Giants hitters had a very hard time against them. The only guy that had a little bit of a hiccup was Orion Kerkering, but then he was able to settle down, and the Giants hitters were off balance and couldn't really do much against them. Nola did not have a good day today. Aaron Nola was not his sharpest at all whatsoever. He had 4 walks in just 1 inning, which for the first time that's ever happened in his career, that was not so good. That was back in the second. But yeah, I wanted to also say something else, and I forget what it was. The Giants left a lot of guys on base, but the Phillies, they left some runners on base too. They really did. But Strom is able to get the win. He's now 2-0 on the season. And Hicks, Jordan Hicks that is now 2-1. So he gets his first loss of the season. And Jose Alvarado comes up with the save. That's his 6th of the season. And he was able to shut the door, which was really nice. Giants left 8 men on base. Phillies also left 8 men on base. And the Giants were 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Phillies were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. So hopefully Trey Turner's going to be okay. Hopefully Patrick Bailey's going to be okay. Both of them left this game earlier. And hopefully they're all right. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in once again. And I will catch you all tomorrow night. We got another Phillies game going on tomorrow. Let's make sure that we have the time correct, as this is just loading, so bear with me for a second. So the Phillies play tomorrow. They play at 6:05. Rangers Suarez will be on the hill, and he will be taking on Keaton Wynn, the 26-year-old from Ollie, Iowa, who's 3-3 and has a 3.18 earned run average. So, good stuff. Good stuff that happened tonight. And again, thank you all so much for being here. On the way out, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, man, great job, JJ. Looking forward to many more games with your channel. Appreciate it. Wayne says, peace. Thank you, man. God, those unis have to go. Honestly, I like them, man. I don't mind them. I really don't. I think that they're cool. I wish that they had ones in red, though. I do. But the blue's not bad, man. The blue's not bad at all. No, it's not like their typical colors, but yeah. Go Dodgers. Love the hats, says Den Brew. Yep. Rojas icing his you-know-what. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Catch you all tomorrow night. And I will see you guys soon, man. Welcome on in, subs. Come back. Come back. Come back tomorrow night.